right, happy Friday, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Thanks so much for being here with us, and we will rehash and relitigate just a complete, absolute clunker turd by your San Diego Padres yesterday. Made it about 3 innings, and I had stuff to do, and I had a life to live, and kids to take care of and entertain. And yeah, bro, come on. If you're not going to try, I'm not going to watch. You know what I mean? So at this point, get on the plane, get to Seattle, and good luck against those guys. You know, that's kind of how I looked at it yesterday. We'll talk about the game, certainly. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Here's the problem. I did not use a chip today. I'm not using a chip.
I was going to say, that sounds somewhat chippy. A way to start the show.
It does sound chippy for sure, but when you only watch like 3 innings, you're like, I mean, you weren't even in it. You never had a chance from the first inning. When you have a 40-minute first inning as the starting pitcher, it's not going well for you. So I'm like, all right, they're not going to – I knew they weren't going to score. You know, after that, they scored 1 run in the 9th. And I was like, I got stuff to do. I'm not using a chip on this turn. Forget it.
You're sort of using a chip without using a chip.
All right, fine. I'll use a chip.
Were you tempted to use it? Did you just use a chip?
Number 2 then, right now. You just convinced me. I wasn't mad until I started talking about it. Once I was ruminating on it last night, I was like, whatever, man. Let me introduce the show. We can get into this crap later. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
And Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. And yeah, very exciting, dude. I actually, Paulie made me chips or chits. See, G-Rad says that's a forced chip. I thought so too, but now I'm actually raging again. Like now I am furious.
I honestly, I feel like if there was a day I was going to use a chip,
it would have been
this might have been the morning.
Do you want one of mine? Because now
I've got one now too.
I have my own real chips.
It's got Ben and Woods on one side. And it's got Woodsy screaming. A picture of Woodsy mid-scream on the other side.
With smoke coming out of my ears. I might start throwing these at my kids. Guess what, Bo? Here you go. Boom.
You just got a chip.
You just got a chip. And you know what that means. They get like golden tickets and stuff at his school. Yeah. You were a great helper today. You get a golden ticket.
I feel once they've been played, these are collector's items now.
Yeah.
Once they've been played, we should give them away. Let's bring the chip you just played to Park 101 on Saturday, tomorrow.
I haven't decided. Did I use one or did I not?
I think you used one.
I wasn't. Well, we can.
Well, I'll use mine. I'll use mine then.
Yeah,
I've got an extra one.
Yeah.
I will use mine today.
All right.
Because I had to order 25 chips. I really only needed one because we could just use the same one every time.
Ben wants to give them away now.
But now, Ben,
here's what I'm getting tired of. And we can talk about this when we get into the game. But I am very tired of assuring everybody that things are going to be okay and that Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. and Jackson Merrill are going to start hitting.
I know.
Because they're making me look bad every single day when none of them start hitting ever. And I am starting to get frustrated. So that's my chip right now. Guys, I've got your back. You know that I will polish anything here, but you're making me look bad with this continued lack of offense. The futility is very frustrating.
It's massively frustrating, massively frustrating. And there's only so many great pitchers you can run into. Like, welcome to the big leagues, guys. Again, the record could be so.
How did we beat Mizrowski? How did we win that game?
We didn't.
I know we didn't. We got dominated but like
he pulled his quad
the game
and we won. But, you beat Uribe, who's pretty good. You beat him off a closer. He's pretty good. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. There's no defense really for any of these guys right now. It's as bad and piss poor as we've seen offensively. But they also happen to be the most exciting team in baseball. Make it make sense to me in my head. Who's more exciting than the San Diego Padres? With all the late walk-offs and late inning heroics, who's more exciting than them? Mason Miller coming in the 9th. Now, 1 through 7, 1 through 8, as far as innings go, they make you want to rip your hair out. And the numbers bear that out. And we'll get into that. I don't want to do this here, but I did want to show everybody the new chips. Paulie, thank you. Those are sick.
I'm glad you like them.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to give these away. I kind of like them. Like kind of cool.
I'm bringing one to Park 101 tomorrow.
Well, what's going to happen is I'm going to use a chip, and Ben's going to be like, all right, now you have to mail that out to this guy in a self-addressed stamped, send me your self-addressed stamped envelope. I'm going to be down at the post office again, be like, I'll get roped into this. How was everybody's day yesterday? Because after I went to the gym and got a workout in, and then I went and had lunch at Lazy Acres because they have that delicious.
At the grocery store.
Yeah,
they have the bar.
Oh, my God. It's so good. The chicken.
You got a poke bar. They got hot foods as well. You
I just go to the
really
salad
get
bar.
Anything, but
They don't have croutons, though. I will say. There was no
on
croutons.
National Crouton Day.
No.
They did not have croutons for you.
They had all kinds of other stuff you could put on there, like sunflower seeds and what. I was like,
they have a whole bakery. Could you not just, find something crouton-like and put it on your salad?
Yeah, I just I went to there and I had a salad and with some chicken and I like the hard-boiled eggs.
What kind of dressing did you put on?
Green Goddess.
Green Goddess.
Yeah.
That's a weird choice.
Green Goddess. Delicious.
It's a weird choice.
No, it's delicious. You ever had it?
I've had it.
It's really good. It's really good. I was thinking, just some
weirds me out because of the color a little bit.
Why that it's green?
Yeah.
This one's different. This isn't like 7 C's Green Goddess.
Electric green. It's a little more.
No.
Okay.
This
more homemade looking.
More muted.
Okay.
Yeah. This is it's Lazy Acres. So
what is in Green Goddess?
I don't know. It's organic.
Anyway.
So I eat the salad and I'm watching the game at Lazy Acres on my phone. Ball 4, ball 8, ball 12, ball 16. And I'm just sitting there seething. Go ahead.
Green Goddess dressing. Creamy, tangy, and herbaceous salad dressing made from a blend of fresh herbs like parsley, chives, and tarragon, mayonnaise or yogurt, sour cream, garlic, and lemon juice, often with anchovies for umami depth.
Yeah. No, I didn't taste the anchovies, but it was really good. It was really good. It's like the organic. It's the organic brand that they have. It's probably made with yogurt. It was fantastic.
All right.
So I crushed that and watched I was watching the game, and I'm watching, going, what? I thought to myself, I did not have a little leaguer that walked 4 in a row this year. No BS. I did not have a little league pitcher in their first year in kid pitch walk 4 guys in a row. Not one. Not one time did it happen. 3, but never 4. And we walked in a run, sure, but we did not walk 4 in a row to get there. So that's pretty pathetic, actually. Pretty pathetic. With a chance to win a series, win a series. So that put me in a bad mood. So then from there, I had to go meet the missus, marriage counseling, right into that.
Oh,
and
nice.
it was a nice distraction because I go, all right, we're already getting our ass kicked. Like I don't feel like I'm missing anything right now.
Look, if you're gonna walk 4 in the first inning and really just be out of it from the start,
yeah.
I'll take it at 9:40 in the morning.
100%, dude. 100%.
I was able to just be like, cool, it's 10:15, and I don't have to worry about this game anymore.
10:40.
10:40. Sorry, yeah, 10:40.
T.O. Mel wants to know WTF is Lazy Acres, just so everyone is aware. In other places in the county, you have things like Vaughn's and Albertsons.
We have that too.
When you go to Encinitas, you have places called Lazy Acres where you go and you get basically the same things at 3 times the price.
3 times the price, right? Yeah, it's really good though. I go for the salad bar. It's really good.
Isn't it like a Sprouts?
Yeah, but it's way better than Sprouts.
It's a Whole Foods. It's just a little, it's more expensive is what it is.
Yeah. So we went to counseling. It was amazing. Always is. And after that, I was on dad duty. Hannah had showings in like Escondido. She was gone all day. So I said, all right, I got the boys. So I got Taylor first. He was laying down for his nap, and as his head hit the pillow, in walks his old man to spring him from preschool, and he was like he couldn't believe it. It was not planned, so he was just like, ah! So he was stoked. We went and ran a couple errands, then we got Bo, and I had this wild idea. I said, let's go to the beach. It was an absolutely perfect day. It was
I saw the pictures.
73 degrees. And just as sunny as could be, and we live a mile from the beach. And I go, what are we doing? Because if we go home, it's going to be, oh, can I go play with my friends? Can I? And then I'm just sitting there. Like I said, man, let's go do something fun and productive. So we go to the beach. It was amazing. We had the best.
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
And I have to apologize. I assumed that was somebody else took them and sent you the picture. And you just posted it. I really didn't think that you would go to the beach with your children, which is crazy to think. But I'm surprised.
I know that they like the beach.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to do better about doing things that they like to do because, they're my kids and they're little. And
I thought that was Gaga took him to the beach,
right.
texted you a cute picture, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to throw that up on Instagram.
No, the interesting part was I got there and the waves were firing pretty good. And I like to go out and swim and get kind of beat up by the waves when they're really strong. I think it's a lot of fun. So they're on the beach.
Body surf.
They're on the beach doing sandcastles. And I'm like, guys, I'm going to take a dip. Are you? And I was like, am I good to leave them here? It's still that thing. They're right in my vision. I can see them. If somebody comes and gets them, I'm close enough. There's lifeguards. We're right in front of the lifeguard tower. And so I go, all right. So I went out for 5 minutes, swam a little bit, dove into the waves, remembered oh, this is pretty cool that we live here. Hey, let's stop taking this for granted. We built sandcastles. We buried Taylor in the sand, which was a good bit until it wasn't. And then we went to dinner. It was amazing.
Being at the beach is amazing. The only reason I don't go to the beach more often is leaving the beach.
Leaving was tough.
With kids or, Wally, with dogs. My dog loves the beach so much, but it's such a mess. It's so difficult to get the step of getting them dried off, get to the car.
Then the car
pretty much have to go straight to
Then they got to take a bath.
Straight to the bath if you're going to do it. And you just have committed yourself to such a hard process. When you go to the beach, it keeps me from taking her, which I feel bad.
It's really fun.
You can see how happy they are when they go.
It's just like kids. There's nothing different.
Same thing. Yeah.
They get in the back seat, and you should see my back
Sand
seat
everywhere.
right now. Oh my God, dude! You should see it. You should see it. In a perfect world, you'd be like, everyone go jump in the clunker dump. Old Ford Ranger or something. Everyone get in the back.
Yeah.
That's the perfect world. But that's not, we don't live in that world. We're not going to be able to have, 3-4 cars at a time, one just to get to the beach. So
Ubers specifically
beach Ubers.
For the beach.
They call them boobers. Yeah. That's right. They call them boobers. It's the sand was everywhere. The stuff you can't just go with a towel each.
No, you need some sort of plastic beach toys.
I had shovels and buckets and snacks and water bottles and everything you could possibly do. But
the beach is always, you just have to lug everything.
Oh, it's
you know
what
I mean?
Yeah.
There's you can't. It doesn't matter if it has wheels.
No, you don't drive up to your spot and then get out right next to it. No.
It's a long walk
ramp,
through hot sand, and you're just lugging everything over your shoulder.
You forget, though. You do. You forget just how beautiful it is because you take it for granted, right? And then you remember how good it feels to dive through a wave and be like, "Wow!" Come out on the other side. I get it. I've told you guys many times.
Every surfer in our audience is like,
oh, I know.
Really, guy?
But yeah. I've said this a million times. A million. If I had one of those 3 wishes, one of them would be to be an elite surfer / skateboarder. Elite, both. Oh my God, look at him go out there. That would be 100% a thing. I've tried it. I've tried it too many times to ever give it any, another look. Mostly now it's because of what we just said. I've got to wax my board. Then I have to load my board. Then I have to load my wetsuit. Then I need to bring towels, a change of clothes. Okay, all right.
Get in and out of the wetsuit.
So then I get in the wetsuit, right? Then I got it. I'm in my wetsuit. I'm a quarter mile from the actual water. Okay. And then I lug my board. Then I get down to the thing and I do my stretches and I get ready. Then I get out in the water. Oh, it's cold. And then I start paddling. Paddling. Oh my God. I'm paddling. I'm paddling.
I'm close, right?
Oh my God. Oh God. Look at this wave. Oh my God. Boom. And it knocks me back 50 feet. And you're like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this. That's it.
Oh God.
So I just choose to stay out of there, except if I'm just going to go jump in. And it's it sounds corny, but it's healing to dive in. It was little soul refresh there.
If I had one beach wish, It would just be that sand didn't stick to me or any of my family members.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Like it just fell off immediately.
Like it was as if you were going to the park and having a picnic on the grass.
Right, exactly. When you walk out and
wherever,
you get to your car and magically you are dry and there's no sand on you and you can just get back in the car without bringing any of it with you.
Yeah, it was awesome. The boys had a great time. We went to Sushi Lounge for dinner and crushed that, and then went home. Now this is the other part. So we get home.
No wonder you didn't want to use a chip. You lived your best life.
I had a best life yesterday. It was great.
The Padres let you go early, and you just went on and lived your best life.
Yeah, it was like getting paroled a little bit early. Like I got bailed out in the second, third inning, and they're like, "You're free to go." Somebody posted your body. You're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna eat sushi. I haven't done these. I'm gonna hang with my kids." So here's the interesting part. I get home. And Hannah's still not home yet. And, it's about 6. Now, remember, I picked up Taylor at 1. We've gone nonstop since then. So 5 straight hours. So we get home, and I've got stuff to do for the show. I got to check my email. I need to play with my baseball cards a little bit. I'll be honest with you. That was some in there. I sold a card, so I had to fix that. Dad, come in and watch us play. We're going to play basketball. I'm like, you guys play. I go, it's not my responsibility to entertain you at every moment of the day. Dad needs his time. Every time I say or do that, I feel like a jerk. Every time. Guys, it's been 6 hours of us being together. I'm going to need you. That's why we had another child. You guys play together and let me get some work done. And then they get all butthurt. So guess what? I have to go in there and watch them play basketball and call fouls and everything else. I know. Listen, at the end of the day, these are the magical days. But it is a little bit like, is this what you sign up for as a parent? Like, hey, I'm just here to entertain you guys. Well, I'm going to put on my minstrel hat and I'll dance and juggle. And
he said, thanks for the ball. Then come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today.
No, I've taught you to throw. We just threw at the beach, dude. You and I just, we just had 6 hours together. It's not enough? Okay. All right.
When you coming home, Daddy?
Beasley says, yes, you sign up for this. Again, let me be clear. Every time they say, Dad, can you do this? I have to say yes. I don't think so. There are boundaries. Like has to be boundaries.
Any therapist would tell you it's not healthy to be completely bound to your children 100%. All the time.
I told my wife the other day, I go, these dudes don't struggle even a little. Like, we've got to let them use their imagination for once. I can't be the one to entertain them all the time.
When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know.
I'm always home. I'm always home. You know I'm always home. I am always here. What are you talking about?
Dominic says, LOL, this is the exact opposite of a Gen X childhood. My parents never entertained me.
Never. I can't even imagine me like that. My dad would come throw the ball with us and stuff and like throw us pop flies. Sure. But not every time. Like he worked till like 7. So on the weekend, where he would play golf, and then he'd be like, hey, you guys want some pop flies? Yeah, sure. 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I was fine. 7 hours in a row of like, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Baby, my heart's on fire. I'm kicking and top hat. I'm like, come on, man. Give me a slight breather here every now and then. Yeah, I was a latchkey kid. I was home alone. Yes. They'll be okay. I promise, kids. You'll be okay. Dad, come watch us play. No. You guys just play.
I was literally about probably a year older from Bo, where I would walk about a mile home after school.
Paulie, I can't even wrap my head around that for them. I can't even I'm at school pickup every day at the fence. Like, hey, buddy, Daddy's here every day. I don't miss.
Oh, God. Foreign concept to me.
To all of us. Yeah. To all of us. Yeah,
there were days I remember being in elementary school. It was K through 6, then 7th and 8th, then high school. And in elementary school, it got to a point where it was just I just figured it out. Like after school, how did I get home? I don't know. I walked.
I figured it out.
I rode my bike.
Made a sandwich.
I got a ride with so and so's mom. Whatever.
Paulie's out hitchhiking in 2nd grade. thumbing rides home from school. No, it's funny, dude. It's Vincent says just suck it up and be there for him. I mean, eventually that's what I did. I did get my 15 minutes to myself until, you get them ready for bed and shower and put them in bed. We watched the Steph Curry movie on Netflix. It's called GOAT.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really good and really well done about a
I heard it's cute.
It's really sweet. And they love it. So we watched that, and then it was bedtime. And then bedtime comes, and you're like, I got about 25 minutes to myself before I need to wind it down and be ready to go do a morning show. So,
are your kids, are they Toy Story kids? Have they watched?
Oh, yeah. They love fans? They love it.
I just saw the trailer for the 5th Toy
that's
Story.
right. There's another one coming.
They're still churning those things out. I remember the first 2 came out relatively early, 90s. And then it was the 3rd one came out in like 2010. My generation, we were all like in college, and we went, it was really like touching and sad and like the closing of a childhood, part of your life.
But it felt like it was over.
And it was over. I remember like crying at the movie theater. And then I don't think I even saw the 4th one, but I saw the trailer for the 5th one that comes out next month. And I thought to myself, pretty clever. The girl that all the dolls are with, she gets an iPad in the movie.
Oh, and the toys.
As soon as the iPad appears,
the toys are like
an afterthought. And I believe the toys and the iPads will be fighting in the movie. Right. I go, that's pretty clever.
I bet my kids will love that.
It's pretty clever.
They will probably side with the iPad too. So just so you know,
I'd imagine they'll end up being a pretty good message that comes out of all of it. If I know my Toy Story themes well.
Yeah. No, it was a great day, dude. At the end of the day, it was magical, actually. Really, really fun. And you're like, oh yeah, the beach exists, and it really can kill 2 hours of and you can have a great time doing it. It was toasty though. It was a little toasty, and the water was a bit nipply.
Well,
would you dive into the waves these days?
I would
jump in.
I think, yeah.
See, my kids don't
just to get the sand off mostly.
Yeah, mostly. My kids don't really like the water all that much. They run into like their ankles and then they run out. So
I want to like it more than I do. It's weird. I like when I'm out there.
Oh yeah, you love it.
Once I'm out there, I don't like walking out into the water.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of the stingrays.
I kept waiting for a stingray because remember we talked about
kelp.
We talked about the Truman Show yesterday.
Get some ewies touching my toes.
And I kept waiting but the water was so clear and you could see the sandbars and everything. But I'm doing the shuffle and I'm shuffling, going, he's watching me right now, and he'd be like, send in the stingrays. Also send in a man of war. I'm just like, running. I just pictured all of it happening.
Find something that'll nibble on his ankle just to mess with him.
I was waiting for the whatever it is tentacle.
Yeah. See, like it's so fun though when you're just body surfing, catching a wave. I love it, but it may be irrational or not. The idea of just being out in the water, the open water, and not knowing what's underneath you, it just kind of freaks me out. It's tough to get over.
It is creepy, dude.
Something happened like in my 20s because I used to just go out there with my friends. We'd go, play basketball or play volleyball.
You're in your 20s,
right?
Dude.
You just run in. You don't care about anything, and then something happens, and you're like, there are sharks in there. There's stingrays. I can't really see. I don't know what's down there. I don't like this.
Yeah, man. So it's good to be here today. I feel refreshed. It was great. It was a lovely day.
For me, it's the double-edged sword. I was at work, which usually elite. Padres play while I'm at work. I get to watch the game at my desk, take highlights, put something together, but I can't pull the plug after the second inning like you did. So
no beaching for
watched the whole thing and, had to put together a story about how Griffin Canning couldn't throw a strike and the Padres couldn't hit. So I was stuck with it the whole game, and that's probably why I'm the one who feels more like playing a chip than you felt like playing a chip.
I think the water washed all of my troubles away. I really do, and I recommend it to all of you. You guys are all laughing, going, "Yeah, dummy, we know. We've lived here forever. It's right there. Like it's just right there for anytime we want to go." Cost me $0 to go down there to the beach yesterday. It was fantastic.
Thanks for the free advice, transplant.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dallas boy. We know, kook.
All right, let's get started. It is a Friar Friday, a management report Friday. We'll set the menu, but I'll tell you, coming up at 8 o'clock, AJ Preller, president of baseball operations,
Morning,
general manager for the San Diego Padres.
Morning.
Will join us on a Friar Friday. So we'll talk about his team. I will ask him about Ethan Salas and his potential for reaching the big leagues at some point this season, based on how he's been performing at Double-A, and much more. We'll get to our Padres Wrap-Up as well in our next segment. Getting started here on a Friday. Glad to have you with us, Tier 1's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Woods has found a story.
I'm disgusted right now. Disgusted.
That may come up during the program today. Have you confirmed?
It's confirmed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to come up today.
Mm.
Yeah, we're gonna
hear about it now.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
I don't know that I can wait till don't do this.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lay it on us. Even before the menu.
Article written. You know, I guess we'll wait and see, but it's been picked up by all the major outlets. Edwin Diaz, Dodgers closer on the IL right now, an avid cockfighter.
Cockfighter?
He's a cockfighter. Loves to cockfight. Can't get enough cockfighting. Says there's actually a quote from here where he says, "I feel safe here at the cockfight." He also signs autographs. Yeah, and poses for selfies in the cockfighting arena. I can come here and spend time with all my friends. I don't like being out on the street much. People here treat me incredibly well. The cockfighting arena is like my home.
What?
He's a cockfighter.
I can't think of anywhere I would feel less safe
than a cockfighting arena.
I
couldn't agree more.
Arena sounds terrible.
This is unbelievable.
First of all, it's animal cruelty.
Yeah,
we've seen that go poorly for professional athletes in the past.
Cockfighting or animal cruelty?
Animal cruelty in general.
Well, listen, it's the Dodgers. So I didn't do it. My interpreter did it. Major League Baseball. Rob Manfred this morning, he's waking up in New York City and his phone's ringing. He's like, hello. Hey, Rob, we've got a problem in LA. What's going on? Do they need more help? Because I'll give it. Do they need more help? I'll give it to them. No, we have, it's there's one of their players is a cockfighter. Excuse me? Yeah, he's been cockfighting. Okay. Like cockfighting? Yes, cockfighting. Okay. Well, we'll say that we're doing our due diligence and investigate. We'll find no evidence and we'll move on, like we always do.
From the cockfighting.
It's going to be hard to find no evidence if he's actually, the quotes are.
I know.
I love this. I feel safe and comfortable here.
While you've got them on the line, go ahead and give them an extra roster spot too. Well, just let them know, because of how awful this is they spent all that money on him. He got hurt. He's been cockfighting in his spare time. Give them an extra roster spot and don't tell anybody. Right? It's straight. I joke and I kid, but I mean, it's kind of what it's been the last few years. So I'm repulsed by this behavior.
Cockfighting is inhumane.
It's inhumane, 100%. And he's like the ringleader of the cockfighters, apparently. Loves to be his favorite place on the planet.
What are you doing around cockfighting when you make that kind of money?
His favorite place on the planet is the cockfighting arena, not Uniqlo Field, right?
I assume this isn't happening in Los Angeles.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that, here we go again.
Edwin Diaz, according to Spotrac, has about $87.5 million in career earnings.
How much can you make cockfighting? Not that much.
No.
Not that much.
All right, well, it definitely bears paying attention to what transpires investigation-wise.
We've got a Dodger fan. He's furious in the chat. Lone specialist. Dodger talk, of course. Little bro S. Listen, man, when you guys abuse animals and it's a national story, we're going to talk about it. And if it was the Reds, we would talk about it too. Now, real little bro S is being in a Padres chat in the morning. Just FYI. That's how a real little brother operates.
We'd love to have you, though.
Great. I'm glad you're here. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. But, you can all, just because it's your team, you don't need to defend their cockfighting. You can be a Dodger fan and be against cockfighting like a normal person would.
That is,
you know what I'm saying?
Mind your own business. Don't worry about other people's cockfighting.
That's right. You can love your team and be like, I'm disgusted with this cockfighting. Say no to cockfighting, Dodger fans. Say no, Dodger fans. Say no to all fighting for once in your life. But cockfighting, dogfighting, any of that stuff, like you don't need it. You can still love your team and not support cockfighting, right?
I think that's one of the hardest things in fandom is knowing when to not support your team.
Correct. Well, I think
cockfighting absolutely is one of those things where you're like, hey, this is not okay. Cockfighting is not right.
It's a tough putt, right? To love your team, love the laundry. You don't have to support everything they do. Instead, especially something as egregious as cockfighting. Gambling, cockfighting.
You can still support the Dodgers as a whole.
Absolutely.
And condemn cockfighting.
Correct.
All right, ready for the menu?
I think we just ate, buddy.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro.
I think I'm full.
What follows cockfighting?
Edwin Diaz might need to make a call. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Since 2010, visit davidpshapirolaw.com. After our Padres crap up in our 7 o'clock hour, we'll get to Don't Do This, which, couldn't wait on that story. But at 7:35, Darren Smith will join us to talk SDFC and Padres. I'll guess on Ben and Woods appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And then we'll go guest into guest. We rarely do that, but AJ Preller availability came at 8 o'clock today. So right at the top of the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have our management report on a Friar Friday and talk to AJ at 8 o'clock. At 8:20, we'll play some Take on Woods, chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas. And then on our 9 o'clock hour, Reindl Report, give away one more pair of those Padres A's tickets that we've been giving away all week and get you ready for the Padres 3-game series in Seattle. All they need to do is win one game, and the Vetter Cup comes back to San Diego because they've already swept the 3 here. So one more clinches the Vetter Cup.
What happens in a tie?
Well, I would think like the Ryder Cup.
They split it in half?
They keep whoever owns the Vetter Cup keeps the Vetter Cup.
Ooh,
so
okay.
If they do sweep the Padres, then technically I think the Mariners would get to keep the Vetter Cup.
Okay. By the way, he wore his Dodger uniform to the cockfights. If that's true,
really?
You're one of the dumbest.
I've never seen any player wear their uniform to any event before.
It's incredible.
If that's where you choose to wear it for the first time out,
please, God, let this be true.
That raises my suspicion. Like, wait, hold on. You couldn't be that dumb, could you?
My kids wear their Little League uniforms to school on game days because they're so excited to play. Is it like I'm so excited to be here in this cockfighting arena?
Cockfighting arena.
Like, oh my God, that couldn't be Edwin Diaz? Because why would he wear his full uniform here? God, it looks just like him.
You rarely should wear things with your name on them when you're committing some sort of crime.
Ben and Woods tee,
rob a bank,
stealing a car,
Ben and Woods t-shirts.
Anybody else? I do it all the time. It's not right, I know, but I get Megan all the time. We'll be walking the concourse at Petco Park, and I'll see a guy
that's not Manny Machado.
Probably wearing a 5X Musgrove jersey. I go, babe, oh my God.
He's here.
Joe Musgrove is right there.
All the time. One of the NFL teams just put out their schedule. I think it was the Titans. And they did that.
Yes.
For every team they played, they went on the street and like some skinny dude in a Joe Burrow. He's like, Joe, have a great season. It's such a good bit. We used to do it at Coachella. It was so fun.
He's like, he walked by a guy. He goes, are you Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
He goes, no. He goes, Jaden Daniels, quarterback. He goes,
what?
No, man. He's like, oh, you look just like him, bro. Sorry.
It's so good.
And then they're like week 6.
They really crushed it. It was really fun.
Titans are one of the better ones.
They are.
I watched about 10 of those yesterday.
Yeah, I watched about 5 this morning.
I will say that, a lot of team social media departments, it is their time to shine.
I feel like the Titans really kind of started the trend of the videos. I feel like they were the first one that we all talked about. They had the one a few years back where it was like, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun,
they showed
and they had the people on the street. They showed them a logo.
What the logos were.
Remember,
that was so
the Buccaneers, right? It's the logo, and the girl or a guy would be like, the pirate guys.
Yeah, the
pirate guys. Week 4.
It was brilliant. I'd like to pull that up and watch it again. It was so good. But there's some that crushed it. The Raiders crushed it with Fernando Mendoza.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, they did Step Brothers with him and Kirk Cousins. It was genius.
I enjoyed the Falcons had the This is Sports Center style.
It was so
vignettes with Matt Ryan and Drake London and Bijan Robinson. No one knowing how to say his name anymore.
Yeah, that was good. I am a hater, but I also recognize brilliance when I see it. The Chargers social media team pretty much since the day they left San Diego hasn't really missed. They've been crushing it over the years. And once again, Chargers put out a great video. They did Halo, like original Xbox, Microsoft Halo, and that was kind of the theme for all the different opponents and everything. I thought it was great.
Purple nails this, by the way, Benny. I think I remember he's right. If they tie the series, the better.
Oh, that's right. It's run differential.
Run differential,
You're right.
And then it's home run distance. Well, you win. That's all you guys.
Has anyone hit a home run in the Vetter Cup yet? I have no idea.
We'll get into that game for sure. That series. It should be. Again, it's the big league.
No, it's not home run distance. It's exit velocity, EV, for Eddie Vedder, the hardest hit ball.
Oh, that's right, EV.
If the run differential is tied,
all right, we can do that.
Then it comes to EV, exit velocity.
Toddy hits 115 right to the second
ground
baseman.
Ball, that's the winner.
That still counts.
That'll do it for you.
That still counts. No, we'll get into that matchup too, because again, being the big leagues, there is no reprieve. Like you go from the nasty pitchers of the Milwaukee Brewers to the nasty pitchers of the Seattle Mariners, and then to the nasty pitchers of the LA Dodgers. You're going to have to get this thing righted. And it's not, you're not going to be, there's nobody on the list that you look and you go, we can, at least we're going to have comfortable ABs and we can get right against that guy. because it's just buzzsaw, one after the other.
Look, if it was only the Skeens and the Scoobles and the Mizorowskis that get you, limit you to 2 hits or whatever, like so be it. But it's happening to everybody right now. I mean, you're not feasting on their 5s.
Don't take this as I'm tipping my cap to Kyle Harrison, but he's really good now. He was not good. Whatever they've done
his
with
strikeout rate is among the best in starting pitching in baseball.
Top 3.
Yeah.
He's up there with Skeens and those guys. Like, he's literally at this point in the season, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball by the numbers. Whatever they did with him that the Giants couldn't do or that the Red Sox couldn't do, they did it in Milwaukee, and he's nasty. I mean, you looking at him yesterday, he's 97 from the left side, putting it where he wanted. This team, this offense, no prayer against that guy.
Let's quickly go through it, get to our Padres Wrap-Up. Ben and Woods broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. We'll get the lowlights coming up right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In San Diego, the 94 westbound, a good drive from the 805 to the 5, but slow getting onto the 805 northbound. The 805 northbound, a slow trip between the 94 and the 15, then clear all the way to the 8.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
Wrap-Up
with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
This game has got to come to an end.
Danning is ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Vaughn takes outside ball 4. Not even close, and a 4th consecutive walk will bring Turang home. It's 1-0. 3-2. The base is loaded, 1 out, and the pitch is hit hard on the ground right side. That'll find its way into right center to base hit. Contreras has scored. Sanchez is on his way. The throw comes into second base. A 2-run single for Luis Rengifo, and the first hit of the day for the Brewers gives them a 3-0 lead. 2-1. The pitch. Turang swings, lines it into left field. That'll get the job done. It's going to find the gap roll all the way to the base of the wall. Hamilton walks home, an easy 2 for Bryce Turang. The RBI double makes it 4-0 here in the second pitch of the day. Here it is. And Sanchez lines it into left center. That'll get another run home. Turang wheeling around third. He'll score. Sanchez lumbering into second base. It's another RBI double. And now 5-0. 3-2 to the Brewer third baseman. Here's the pitch. Rengifo swings, lines it sharply into center field. That's down to the base hit. Vaughn rounding third on his way. Johnson's throw to Bogarts. He does not make a relay home. Vaughn comes in to score, and it's 7-0. Here's the 1-1. Song hits it on the ground to shortstop. Ortiz has it, goes to second. That's one that turned to first, no chance. Castellanos comes in to score the first Padre run of the day, and on the fielder's choice, it's now 7-1, with the Padres are to final one pitch. Tatis swings, it's a ground ball right to the shortstop Ortiz. He collects it, and the throw to first in time to end the ball game. So for the first time this year, the Padres lose a road series. Brewers jumped up early in this one, and they cruised to a 7-1 victory on a chilly Thursday afternoon in Milwaukee. Final score, Brewers 7, Padres 1.
Yeah, it's definitely couldn't find the strike zone. Walked 4 innings in a row, and even the other batters, it was just a struggle just to get in the zone, and then to command any of his off-speed pitches was pretty difficult today. So not his day. He'll get back out there the next time. We'll be just fine.
Kind of goes without saying. That makes it awful difficult.
It's always tough, to get down 6-0 early and then, try to fight back. We've been fighting back all year. Sooner or later, just you can't put yourself in those type of holes all the time.
Well, not only can you not, Benny with his own chip, my face on it. Not only can you not put yourself in those kind of holes, but never scoring early could be the death knell of this team at some point. Our pal Clark Farrenholt last night put out a tweet. Your San Diego Padres, Benjamin, their offense in the first 6 innings 1 through 6 this season, 80 WRC plus. That is dead last in Major League Baseball. 282 weighted on base average, dead last in Major League Baseball. 23 home runs, tied for 27th in Major League Baseball. So the bottom of the barrel in all of those categories for the first 6 innings. It's almost inexplicable.
It's explicable. I mean,
starting pitchers own them?
No, it's the explanation.
When they get to the ballpark.
The explanation is that the guys who hit highest in the order have been struggling. Fernando Tatis Jr., Jackson Merrill, Manny Machado. They get up early in the game because they're in the top 4 spots in the order usually. And when they continue to take offers, well, those are the innings in which they come up the most. I don't think the answer is to simply start batting, Nick Castellanos and Gavin Sheets first and second in your order. That doesn't make a lot of sense. You need those guys to start hitting. But until they do, you're going to continue to struggle early in games and against starting pitchers. You need those guys to come out of the gate firing, and they never do. They haven't all season, which is, as I said, why I'm so frustrated, because baseball would tell you that at some point these guys are going to stop struggling. But I keep telling you that just be patient. They'll figure it out. And every day they feel like they're getting further away from figuring it out.
Yeah, it doesn't
Fernando
feel
Tatis
closer.
Jr. looked as far away from figuring it out yesterday as he's looked in weeks. 0 for 5, 3 strikeouts. The at-bats were just not good. He doesn't look like he's seeing the ball. When he does see it and take a swing, the mechanics of the swing look off. He's just domed out right now at the plate.
One of the most domed out dudes I have
Manny's
ever
not far
seen.
behind him.
No.
He looks
Lost.
a little lost. Jackson Merrill was given the day off yesterday. Fine. Hopefully, he's been the least struggling of the group, but certainly has not gotten off to a good start this season. They had a chance. They had 2 on in the first inning. And I thought, maybe this will be different. Didn't come through. In fact, that was one of the stories of the game. Padres on 0 for 9 with runners in scoring position yesterday. But again, when your starting pitcher can't throw strikes, none of it really matters.
What you call the perfect storm. Your offense is terrible and your starting pitcher is terrible. What are you supposed to do? Those are the tough ones to claw back from. But Canning, I mean,
I texted you guys. It looked like he had the yips.
He had, bro.
It looked like he was lost.
Bro, that 3-2 curveball that was 2 feet outside to walk in that run. I was like, that's it. Man.
He wasn't even close.
Not even close. And he's been gone for a while. He didn't use that as an excuse. He's like, I feel great. My stuff feels great.
I thought he looked pretty good the first 2 starts.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
He had that one bad inning with the Little League Grand Slam. But other than that, he looked good.
Yeah.
Yesterday, he just had no clue where the ball was going. In the second inning as well. We'll talk about it coming up in our second hour, continue our Padres discussion before we get to Darren Smith and Don't Do This. It's all coming up with Ben and Woods on a Friday, Friar Friday, live from San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's all bad, buddy. It's all bad.
It's all bad.
Everything feels bad.
I think, well, let's talk a little more about Griffin Canning.
Well, the chat's not helping me. I was in a good mood, and I'm reading all this going, all right, he's right. Oh, maybe he's right. Maybe you are what you eat, right? So I'm consuming all of this negativity, and now I'm becoming way more negative than I was when I came in. I was so ready to flush it.
Saw a lot of social media comments during the first 2 innings pleading with Craig Stammen to take Griffin Canning out of the game.
You can't at that point.
That's the problem. If you do, you are potentially setting yourself up for a bad situation for the next 3 games against the Mariners.
Yep.
Right before 3 against the Dodgers.
And they have no days off until when? When's their next day off, Paulie?
After the Dodgers series.
Next Thursday. So you got 6 more coming up. You don't want to torch your bullpen, and if there was a silver lining in the game, it was Ron Marinaccio, Yuki Matsui, and Matt Waldron getting through the rest of the game in pretty good fashion. They gave up 1 run in 6 1/3 innings in relief of Griffin Canning, but you can't just have that quick hook. You have to let your starting pitcher hopefully try to figure it out, give you 3 or 4 innings at least. Griffin Canning was unable to do that. Now, do I think this is indicative of what Griffin Canning is going to be for the San Diego Padres? I do not. In fact, I've pretty much come to the acceptance that in Major League Baseball, every pitcher in their first 4 or 5 starts of the season, whenever that is going to throw out a clunker. I mean, Paul Skeens had his early clunker.
Yep.
Yu Darvish used to give up, hey, this is a 9-run game for Yu Darvish, and they flush it and they move on. They have bad outings somewhere early in the season as they're trying to get into their groove and get locked in. And Griffin Canning, who started late, coming back from the Achilles injury, got 2 starts under his belt, threw in his clunker, and hopefully he can come back with better mechanics. I didn't see anything particularly wrong. They sent Ben Fritz out there. They, sent Freddie Fermin out there to try to talk to him, and they tried using different pitches. They went to breaking balls to see if he can get those over for strikes.
He just didn't have it.
When nothing is going across the plate, and you're facing a team like the Brewers, pretty disciplined, pesky. They're not going to swing and get themselves out. That's what they do. You need someone who is throwing strikes, and Griffin Canning was not doing that.
4 straight
he
walks.
didn't have it.
It's crazy.
He just didn't have it.
You just don't see it a lot at that level. You just don't. You don't see it a lot.
There was no way to salvage the situation. If it was a playoff game, sure.
He walks the first 3. He walks in that run. He's out.
You might make the change then, but you don't do that in a regular season game in May.
No, you have to wear it for your team because every pitch you throw is a pitch that somebody else doesn't have to. Every out you can scratch out is from a career mop-up man. It's so valuable to a team to have a guy that can come in and just go, I don't care what happens to my ERA or my arm. I just need to get outs for my team. However, I can get them so that I don't have to waste any more bullets down there in the bullpen with this 3-game series coming up against 3 nasty pitchers for the Seattle Mariners. And then 3 or 4 against the 4 against the 3 against the Dodgers,
starting with Yamamoto and Ohtani in the first 2 games.
I mean, there you go, right there. And I think, again, you got to give a lot of credit to what Matt Waldron did yesterday as well, coming off a very short rest.
1 day.
1 day rest, came in and ate, 2
innings at the end of the game.
2 innings at the end to save some arms. And I thank you, Matty Waldron. Now, I think the interesting news came out after the game, Benny, and we've kind of kicked this around in here. Do we believe what they're saying right now? And we're going to ask AJ Preller in 56 minutes. Hey, what's really going on here? He's not going to tell us, but we are going to ask.
So Craig Stammen after the game was asked about, Matt Waldron moving into the bullpen. I think there was a thought. I kind of had it. Yeah, they're torching him now because they're about to DFA him to make room for Lucas Giolito, who has not been announced but is expected to be the Sunday starter against George Kirby in the series finale in Seattle. Someone's going to have to, move off the roster to get Lucas Giolito in. But Craig Stammen after the game was pretty clear when he said, no, Matt Waldron's in the bullpen now. We expect him to be in the bullpen tomorrow and for the foreseeable future moving on. That implied that Matt Waldron was not going to be the player that they DFA'd or made a roster move to bring Giolito up. There aren't a lot of other choices, though. If you don't send Matt Waldron off the roster, then who is it? The guys who have options to send down are Jeremiah Estrada, Mason Miller,
see you, bud,
and Bradley Rodriguez.
Enjoy El Paso, pal.
The only one that you could even make really an argument for right now would be Bradley Rodriguez.
No, you just can't,
because he's younger and you just want to save some of his bullets for later in the season. It's possible that's what the Padres are going to do, but Bradley's been really, really good and really, really valuable for your team.
He's got a 1.74 ERA and 18 appearances. I said it earlier in the season. I understand the business of baseball, not as well as some, but I do know, options are very valuable for a team. Bradley Rodriguez gets sent down. That tells me, I don't know how serious you are about winning, because we need a long man in the bullpen in Matt Waldron, because we may get blown out. It feels like the long man comes in a blowout, or he comes in when you're getting blown out. We're not blowing anybody out. So it tells me I need somebody in case the Dodgers put up 12 on us, right? To come out and eat innings. And that's what Matt Waldron's going to do. But also, conversely, if you're battling the Dodgers, Ben, and you need a right-hander to come out of the bullpen and get outs in the 6th inning, who's better than Bradley Rodriguez at doing that right now? Not very many. That tells me if you send him down, we're not that serious about this part of the season right now. And maybe that's a risk that they're willing to take. Hey, if we have to punt a few games to make sure these guys are ready for the stretch run, if there is a stretch run, but you got to get to the stretch run, so I guess I can wrap my head around, well, he's young, you want to give him a little bit of rest. My mind says he's young. He doesn't need the rest. He's good to go. Let him go out there and use him as you've been using him, which I think has been judiciously. They're not overusing Bradley Rodriguez right now.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. And you'd still need to use him if you send him down to AAA.
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't just not pitch him at all. You'd pitch him less. You could go maybe once an inning or two a week. But wouldn't you rather have those innings come with the San Diego Padres? And perhaps all of this is a bit of a head fake. You don't want a player hear you talking after the game. About the foregone conclusion that
he's out of here.
That you're out of here, and you're reading the situation right. We're just torching his arm until we get rid of him in a couple of days. So perhaps Craig Stammen, as a former player, was showing a little bit of tact and discretion in the discussion about Matt Waldron after the game.
Okay, yeah. AC just now. No, let's see. The story has been updated. Maybe a little less certainty about Waldron's place on the club than was indicated post-game. Okay, at this point,
it seems like the obvious.
Like I said, yesterday, if you DFA Matt Waldron, if you're AJ Preller, and you say, hey, man, this is the way that business is working out right now, right? We got to bring Giolito up. We're desperate for starting pitching. I'm sorry, Matty, we got to DFA you. Are you nervous that the Cubs are going to grab? Are you nervous about somebody grabbing Matt Waldron? Is somebody going to? And if they do, does it make you sick to your stomach? Because I would kind of be. If you DFA'd a Marinaccio or somebody like that, I'd be like, hey, man, that guy was pretty valuable.
So this is from Kevin Acey's newsletter from just a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
He says, I wrote yesterday after the game about Matt Waldron's future in light of Giolito's imminent arrival. While Stammen said after the game Waldron is headed to the bullpen, that is almost certainly not going to happen. Waldron pitched 2 innings yesterday in relief, and the Padres will want coverage in the bullpen the next 2 games before Giolito is activated. The only real path for the Padres here is for Waldron to be designated for assignment. Yeah. I agree with that take.
I do too.
Now, maybe maybe there's some head faking involved. You don't want teams on the scent of, if we do this, we have room for Waldron, maybe, make a move and we can figure out where to add Matt Waldron to our 40-man roster, claim him and put him on. So there is a bit of deception. And I would also be cautious when we talk to AJ Preller at 8:00. You may not get forthright answers from him about Matt Waldron either.
Can they do any move? They can't do any move today, though, really, for him, right?
Yeah, they could. They could bring Kyle Hart back up or something like that as a long man in the bullpen. You need a long man tonight. And if Randy Vasquez doesn't have it and you got to take him out, you burned 3 of your long men yesterday. I don't think Marinaccio, Yuki Matsui, or Matt Waldron can pitch today.
No.
And you don't want to be using, Adrian Morejon for 2 or 3 innings when you're down 5 runs if that happens. So you need a long man. In the
right. No,
today.
I agree. So would you DFA Waldron today?
Yes, I would do it today.
Move Kyle Hart or whatever.
I would bring up someone temporarily before and then make another move for Giolito on Sunday. That's what I would do.
Yeah. So Marinaccio.
Waldron ain't pitching today.
No, Marinaccio threw 52 pitches yesterday. He's out.
Right.
Yuki Matsui threw 26. He's out. Who else pitched? Just Waldron. Yeah, they don't have him on the bullpen, but he threw 2 innings, which is again so valuable.
You have
after one day
today, and that's about it, unless you make a move for potential, innings eating help. Now, hopefully they don't need it, and Randy Vasquez goes 7, but you have to be prepared in the eventuality that he doesn't. I mean,
is this right? Adrian Morejon has not thrown a pitch since Sunday.
He's been off for a few days. Yes,
one pitch. He threw 1 pitch on Sunday.
Got the 1 pitch.
Right. All right, he's rested.
Yes,
so he can go 2 in a close game. Yeah,
the high leverage guys are plenty rested now for the Padres for what hopefully will be locking down wins against the Mariners. But you have to be prepared. Randy Vasquez could take a comebacker off the knee in the first inning and go, I feel okay, but limping. Let's be careful. Let's bring him out. What do you do the rest of the game? You need to make a move today to bring up another arm for your bullpen. I'm almost certain,
no doubt,
that they're going to have to do that.
Okay.
Then it could be Alec Jacob. It could be Kyle Hart coming back.
Yeah.
They have
whoever.
David Morgan. I mean, you have other options in AAA that you can bring back up. I don't know who it's going to be, but someone has to come up. And the only thing, as Kevin Acee wrote, and I agree, the only thing that really makes sense is DFAing Matt Waldron and hoping passes through waivers and you can send him to AAA. But there's a chance, maybe a good chance, that he won't, and you're going to lose Matt Waldron today.
If that happens, I think.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I was thinking about why even if you're Stamming, why even say that last
night? I don't know. It's
why not just be like, we're not sure. I don't know what AJ's doing.
Game just ended. I have no idea.
Why not just push that one aside?
Craig, too honest or too worried?
I'm not going to hold it against Stammen.
But he's a former player who knows what it feels like to be sent down, to be DFA'd. He's lived through that. So he's going to be very tactful.
And maybe
when he talks about his
maybe
players.
He didn't know.
Maybe he doesn't
maybe
know.
He didn't know.
It's possible too.
But
I think
playing it out like we just did, it's the only path that makes sense. And for him to be
smart enough to know I don't have a spot for Matt Waldron in my bullpen for endless periods of time, the way I'm implying that he's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
He's smart enough to know that that's not really realistic. Yeah, maybe in a dream world. You never know. Someone else gets hurt today and all right, Matty, you've been reprieved. Someone goes on the injured list. Hopefully not.
Right.
But that could happen. So, you're never going to say, yeah, he's gone, we're done with him, until you have to make that move.
Crony's got to be getting close too, yeah?
He's gone to 7 days, whether his symptoms have
7 days
subsided.
could take however long it needs to.
He's got to get through the symptoms and make sure he doesn't feel that hangover feeling when he gets up. And I think independent league doctors have to pass him.
Got it.
It's not just, hey, I'm ready, or
I feel good.
The Padres say it. Now he has to pass protocols.
I'm sure AJ can give us an update on Jake.
Yeah, we can ask him about how Jake's feeling.
Joe,
Nick.
I haven't heard really anying on them.
Very quiet this month.
Somebody asked in the chat, Johnny Brito still around?
He has started, I believe I read, he has started throwing and getting, built up to start at some point this season. So, or come out of the bullpen. So that could be an option later in the year as well.
Yeah.
Padres have some pitching depth. It's just, they don't have the roster spots for all of it.
Hard to maneuver.
It's hard to maneuver it all. And now that they've added the rules about maximum number of options each year. It used to be you could just bring a guy up as many times as you wanted and send him down. Now I think it's 5. So you've got to be
judicious.
You got to spread it around too. You can't always be sending Kyle Hart back up and down. You've got to move it around for different players, which is why we've seen Estrada, Morgan, Hart. A lot of guys have already been to AAA, and you probably will see that continue throughout the season.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will get to Don't Do This. I don't know if we want to expand on your Edwin Diaz story that you brought up earlier.
Cockfighting?
I mean, if I have to talk about cockfighting again, I'll do it.
And I've got someone who could have been in the lead of the PGA Championship if not for an incredibly boneheaded mistake.
This is incredible.
Yesterday. We will get to that coming up next with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, as we head into the weekend, if you're thinking about your summer, Woodsy went to the beach yesterday.
Yeah.
If you want to enjoy the beach with a better you this summer, may I suggest a trip to sdfatloss.com. If you start the program now, by the time we get into the actual warm months of July, August, and September in San Diego, you can be down 10 to 20% of your body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, we're talking 20 to 40 pounds lighter by the time we get to summer. It's fast. It's effective. I went through the program myself 3 years ago, and I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. Not only that, though, I've kept the weight off because sdfatloss.com changes your mindset, changes your metabolism, and it does it with real food. I had done other programs where I had ate 5 bars a day instead of meals, but as soon as I started eating food again, boom, weight comes right back on. You can try the GLP-1s, but if you stop the injections, boom, the weight comes right back on. With sdfatloss.com, it's different. They teach you a different way to think about food. It just changes like your hunger. My hunger is different than it used to be. Find out for yourself. Set up a free consultation by going to sdfatloss.com. And when you sign up for the program now, the one-time cost for the program, take $200 off that cost. Is not ending. They don't ask you to buy other things. Just the program. That's it. Lose the weight. Keep the weight off by going to sdfatloss.com. That's sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods. We got Darren Smith coming up in just a couple of minutes. First, though, I will begin in golf for Don't Do This today. South Africa's Garrick Higo, not one of the biggest names on the PGA Tour, but a pretty good player, was scheduled to tee off at 7:18 a.m. yesterday in the first round of the PGA Championship, second major of the year. But 7:18 rolled around, and Garrick Higo was not on the tee box. He walked up 1 minute late at 7:19. They're pretty strict about such things. In fact, the penalty is usually disqualification, but because he was there and ready to play within 5 minutes, they instead assessed him a 2-shot penalty on the first tee, turning what would have been a par into a double bogey. He ended up, despite the double bogey on the first hole, shooting a 1 under, which would have been 3 under. He would be tied for the lead going into the second round. Now, he said, my fault, I was not there. He was at the putting green, which is right next to the first tee, just rolling the last couple of putts, and then big crowds kind of jumped in before he was able to get to the tee, and he couldn't get there in time. But it's usually pretty easy. If you know you're teeing off at 7:18, the last group was at 7:08. You jump on the tee at 7:09 after they tee off, and you stand around and you greet the other caddies and the players, and you shake hands and you do all that. He waited way too long.
Oh my God.
And he got penalized for it, but good for him on bouncing back and at least not letting it affect his round and still in contention at the PGA Championship.
Yeah,
that's a pretty inexcusable mistake.
Just 22 years old, by the way,
Yeah.
right?
Young-
22 years
young
old.
guy.
He looks like a streamer. Like he doesn't look like he looks like a kid that streams golf content.
Most PGA Tour players now are awfully put together.
Yeah.
In shape, like they look sharp. Garrick Higo is not one of them. He
Correct.
looks kind of like a mess.
He does. And he didn't take full responsibility.
Oh my God,
you know what
he
I mean?
does.
Yeah, he looks like a streamer, doesn't he? Throw in the John Rahm too.
I'll throw in this as well. So John Rahm, who has kind of disappeared off the map when he went to live, got all the money, but doesn't get to play much on the PGA Tour. He hit an approach shot on the 7th hole and was not happy with it and did the golfer frustration thing where he took another just hard swing and hit a divot into the ground, and it flew up and hit a volunteer in the face.
Oh my God.
Now, Rahm, as we all do, when we do something dumb out of frustration and then we realize, oh no, we just affected someone else, he immediately went, that was my bad. He apologized profusely and realized, he made it much, much worse. His quote was, "I couldn't feel any worse. I was there apologizing. I need to somehow track him down to give him a present because that's inexcusable." And something like that could be completely avoidable.
I mean, there's this sweet old man, and he's standing there going, holding his face. And there's Rahm like, I'm so
sorry.
So sorry, dude. I threw a bat one time, and it went into my on-deck batter, Ryan is his name. And Ryan is about 6'5", 6'6", like 260 of muscle. Weird that I was hitting in front of him. It makes no sense at all.
Plus you were 9 and he was 1.
Maybe. I must have made the lineup that day, but I K'd looking weird and gave the old bat flip, and it was like hurtling. And I turned and I saw it like, doo, 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 doo. And he jumped over it and was like, "What the?" And I'm like, "You're
probably like one of the worst things you can do on a baseball field
just
to a
a
teammate.
Total idiot. Just a total. I just went full Dalton Rushing on the whole thing.
Boy,
man.
that
just
sobers you up quickly, though.
You're sober immediately. You're no longer angry. Now you're just
you're mad at yourself, if anything.
And with Ryan, I was like, he might kick my ass. He really might mop the floor with me. I would run.
And if he did, I would deserve it.
Isn't it crazy how fast, though, your body can change from
furious,
angry, furious, whatever, to immediate whatever, guilt, remorse, concern,
embarrassment. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, if you missed it earlier, we had this breaking news at about 6:20 this morning, 6:30 this morning. Dodgers closer Edwin Diaz in a little bit of hot water as he's been photographed at some cockfights down in Venezuela, and so. He, along with a couple of jockeys, Ben, the Ortiz brothers, they're pretty well-known jockeys. They
just won the Kentucky Derby.
Won the Derby. Yeah, apparently they're all just way, way, way into cockfighting, and it has been confirmed. There's 2 advertisements from the Cockfighting Club. Both with Edwin Diaz in his Dodgers uniform, by the way, posted on the Facebook page of Club Galístico de Puerto Rico, a cockfighting club that filed a lawsuit against the U.S. government challenging the ban on cockfighting. And he loves it. He says that he's been a fan of cockfighting since he was a kid, and he feels most comfortable at the cockfighting arena. So they're,
I've heard arguments that go, who are you guys to say this is cultural? Sure. It's different culture down there. You should be a little more understanding. But that was the same argument that was made when Michael Vick was in the dogfighting. Right. And it was like, hey, that's a cultural thing, dogfighting. It's like, no, it's just not okay.
It's not cool.
It doesn't matter what your culture is or if it's been accepted where you grew up. Grow and understand that this is animal cruelty.
Yep.
And it should be outlawed everywhere. And even if it is legal somewhere,
say no to cockfighting.
Doesn't mean that it's okay for you to be doing it, especially now that you're a high-profile, high-paid baseball player.
Well,
be better.
I think the only appropriate punishment is a lifetime permanent ban from
You can't
baseball.
be a big baseball superstar and a big cockfighting
Supporter.
enthusiast
Right.
and participant.
The two things do not go hand in hand. Yep, make your decision. How much does he make? $80 million?
The only appropriate punishment, of course, is that his interpreter goes to jail.
That's actually a good idea for like 5 years. Has to pay back all his cockfighting losses once he gets out.
All right, finally, do this.
DD Mega
I have a trifecta of local college baseball great stories for you. Let me start with the USD Toreros, who not only got a
number one.
Thank you, Paulie. Not only beat LMU 17-8 to keep their WCC tournament hopes alive yesterday, but Jaden Lobliner hit for the first cycle in USD Fowler Park history yesterday. Got it done. Just the second player in program history, first since Kevin Reese in 2000. 16 hits, 17 runs overall. Lobliner finished 4 for 6. Obviously, single, double, triple, and a home run. Even part of a 5-run frame featuring a steal of home on a double steal as well. So huge game for Lobliner. I will also throw in San Diego State, who clinched the Mountain West title yesterday with a 15-1 run rule victory over UNLV. Outright title. They will be the number 1 seed in the Mountain West tournament and try to make it to the NCAA baseball tournament. And I will also throw in PLNU. They are in the NCAA tournament in Division II. They were down 7 runs and came back to win a walk-off over Cal Poly Pomona in the 11th inning in the NCAA Division II baseball tournament. So pretty cool day in local college baseball yesterday in San Diego.
Some incredible stuff happening around here.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Friday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, when we come back, SDFC coming off a 5-0 win, back in action tomorrow night. Darren Smith, one of the voices of SDFC, will talk soccer and talk some Padres baseball with us coming up next on San Diego's number 1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Looking to make some fun plans this weekend? Hop on the 5 freeway, head south from downtown to Chula Vista. You can get off at E. You're already on Bay Boulevard. It's the frontage street right along the freeway there. And within about a quarter of a mile, you turn left right into the parking lot of 7 Mile Casino. You walk in, and when you go in the doors, well, Woods, tell them what they will see when they walk in the doors at 7 Mile Casino.
Well, first of all, I'll tell you what you'll see. Like it'll be a bright, airy room. It's not some dingy, dark card room with cigarette smoke wafting through. It doesn't smell like a typical casino/card room, right? And then you'll walk right smack dab into a California-style blackjack table. Off to the right is the Texas Hold'em area. You can go sign up and get your chips and get after it. They got Pai Gow and Baccarat kind of in the bar area. The beautiful bar to your left. Up a few steps, out to a bay, a beautiful view of the bay, out on the patio. Incredible scenes there.
I love you setting the scene. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I can picture myself there right now.
That's right, me too.
You can get food 24/7 from Sammy's at 7 Mile, the 24/7 players menu, and the weekend brunch tomorrow and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Voted best in the South County. Yeah, enjoy it out on that patio. Absolutely gorgeous views. It's 7 Mile Casino. It's our place to play. Make it yours as well. It's just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
so let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. Since 2010, visit davidpshapirolaw.com. I would imagine a few sighs of relief breathed at the Sharp Healthcare Performance Center in El Cajon this week after the 5-0 win over Austin on Wednesday night. SDFC needed that one badly, and they looked pretty good. I'm going to talk to Darren Smith all about it right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
In San Diego, the 75 is all brake lights getting to Coronado because of a couple of accidents on the Coronado Bridge. The 5 northbound and the 805 northbound, both sluggish approaching the 15.
This report is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Summer driving season's almost here. Stop by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll check your tires, lights, and essential fluids with any oil change. Stay in your car. No appointment needed. Visit SoCal Oil Change for coupons. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive-through oil change.
Darren Smith joining us right now on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And Darren has been in sports media for a long time. So I want to ask him a question on how, when he covers a team, you often hear optimism from the team. If things are going poorly, hey, we're close, we're going to turn it around. We keep hearing it from the Padres. Hey, these guys are going to hit. The offense is going to come at some point. We're not seeing it. Heard the same thing from SDFC, Darren. Playing better, just not getting the results. It's going to come. Here it comes. Well, it did on Wednesday. When do you believe teams and when do you not believe teams?
Wow, great question. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to come across like I was saying things that I didn't actually believe because I've been on the other side of this so many times. There were times where SDFC did play poorly. They didn't play well against Real Salt Lake. They didn't play well against San Jose.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know, you can't polish those turds. So,
Ben can.
you know, are you guys not hearing me?
Ben can.
Yeah. No, we got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got you.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to, like, you know, I was just calling it like it was, but I believe there was a better version of the team in what it was that we saw out there. I totally thought last week, you know, when I said that the way that they performed against Seattle was, you know, that's good. That's a really, really good point to win away on the road. Like, they should be happy with that. Two things can be true. You can be happy with that result, and you can also feel like it's coming at the end of a 10-match winless streak. So, you know, it feels a little, you know, tedious to talk about it. But, yeah, I mean, you know, there were times where this team didn't play well, and there was times where this team over the streak, over the 67 days between wins, where, you know, you could say, like, the red cards, the suspensions, the poor play, the mistakes. They had more mistakes in the league that led to goals than anybody else in Major League Soccer. But, there were also some things that were happening. It's still the same team, though, that earlier this year beat Pumas. It's still the same team that started the season 3-0 with 3 clean sheets. So, I believe that the version of the team has always been there. There's just been these circumstances, and we got knocked off our axis a little bit by the CONCACAF Champions Cup. LAFC is going through that right now. Like, they've not won since they got knocked out by Toluca. So, these things sort of happen. I think that there's some areas that they could use some upgrades for sure. But it's I wasn't trying to sugarcoat anything. I just think, some of the bad performances, to quote the great Stephen Woods, you just flush them and you move on. You get to back to where you're playing in a style and in a way that's more representative of who you are.
100%, Darren. Darren Smith joins us here on Ben and Woods this morning. You and I had a long conversation about it the other day and enlighten our audience too, kind of what we talked about, how important these last 2 games are before the break. Like, who are we going to be? It's baseball every year. Like, are we going to be in this thing at the break where AJ can go out and make some moves, or are we going to be, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that we're probably not going to make it, or we're not the team this year? I think this is a pivotal couple games for SDFC.
Yeah, me too. And Cincinnati's a pretty good opponent, and they had to play midweek, and they played against Inter Miami, and they had a lead in that game late, and they ended up losing 5-3. So first time we're ever seeing Cincinnati. I don't really know what to expect. And then Vancouver, the final game before you go into the World Cup break. And we know what Vancouver represents. They've been as good as anybody in the Western Conference and represented the Western Conference last year, Western Conference final rematch. But, getting back on track the way they did against Austin was huge, just because they look like themselves again. And listen, there's a lot of nuance to that. Austin rotated, but so did SDFC. I mean, they played Pedro Soma, a 19-year-old, in the middle of the midfield, and they had David Vasquez, and they had Luca Bombino out of position. So, I don't want to really hear it from Austin. But winning and feeling good about who you are going into the World Cup break, which is going to be almost 2 months, I think is an important moment, because it might determine what you do in the transfer window. It might determine the futures for some of these players. Are you going to spend that time evaluating if they're going to be part of your future or not for now and the rest of the regular season, right? So, they're just outside of the playoff picture. There's only going to be 15 games played before the World Cup break. Think about that. I mean, there's 34 games played. Talk about a long season, and then throw a 2-month break in the middle of it. But yeah, I thought finishing on an upswing would be really important. It'd be important for the morale of the group. I think it'd be important for the fans of the club. And I think maybe, when these first 15 games were about evaluating your younger players, it might help you decide what it is that you're going to be looking for when the summer transfer window opens up in July.
I think it's important, Darren, and maybe you can kind of explain, because MLS is different than most soccer leagues around the world. There's no relegation to worry about. So when you're at the bottom, you don't have to panic that you're going to get knocked down to a lower league. And there's also, the playoffs and the championship, where it's not just about winning the Shield and finishing first at the end of the season. You can sneak into the playoffs as a 7 seed and make some noise and make a run to the championship. So in that way, it's much more like, baseball or something. Just get into the playoffs. And then if you're in good form, as they like to say in soccer, at the end of the year, you could still accomplish all of your goals. And that's not the case in most European type leagues, where if you bury yourself early, you're just trying to avoid relegation. There's no playoffs to get into for a 9th place team.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the term that they use in some of the European soccer leagues is, when you know where you are in the standings, you're just on the beach for the rest of the year, because, you don't, unless you're playing for a contract, you don't have to really go, balls out to try to accomplish anything. So, yeah, from that standpoint, you're right. And, it's just the way I think we have some, plenty of European representation on the roster. And sometimes even last year, it was funny watching these guys go through it, because they're like, yeah, what is the playoff? Like, what do you mean? And they didn't fully, appreciate that there's this whole structure in place. But after going through it, you can hear it from a guy like Jeppe Turskov. He's like, oh, okay, now I understand playoffs, right? And it sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? Because we all grew up with this as part of our sports ecosystem. But these guys are like, oh, okay, so that's what the playoffs were all about. And some of them had to go through it for the first time to truly understand what it meant, because it's just not a thing in the Danish soccer league. It's not a thing in Germany. It's not a thing in some of these other leagues where these guys came from. So I think now they have a taste for it. And I'm not saying that's a reason why the results during the regular season maybe have looked different. I think they want to go out there. They want to win every game. They want to win as many points as possible. So just how they're wired, I just think the circumstances just sort of knocked them around a little bit. And then, combine that with a little bit of poor play. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that they want to finish, they want to get into the playoffs. They want to be as good. And if you can go out there, imagine some teams reward when, you might be looking, you're a top 1, 2, 3 seed in this league, and you could be looking down, and then here comes Anders Dreyer, and who knows what they do in the transfer window, right? So all of a sudden you might have a much more well-oiled machine by the time the regular season ends. Of course, health is something you have to pay attention to, and it's wonky with the breaks, so who knows? But yeah, I mean, it's teams have done it. It's not like the NBA where it's always the top couple of teams in the standings that end up making a run for the NBA Finals. In MLS, we've seen teams come out of the bottom of the standings and make a run for MLS Cup. So it can be done. Just get in. But again, I think it's not like you're just making some long shot bet here. I think that they want to be better, and they're going to be better.
Talking to our pal Darren Smith here on Ben & Woods this morning. And D. Smith, you covered the Padres for a long, long time. You've seen a lot happen. You've seen a lot not happen with this team. Have you ever seen anything like this? I know you've seen some poor offense in your day, certainly, but I can't recall watching a team for this many games and going, I have no idea. I have no idea if they're good or bad. I know that they're fun. I know we've had some really incredible moments, but I don't know that this is a good team. I can't say equivocally they're a good team just because their record says they are.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's a little bit of a mystery, right? Because I think we all spend a little bit of time trying to identify and diagnose what exactly the issue is. And I don't know that there's a great answer for it. There's tons of theories. It's sort of like evaluating Fernando Tatis Jr., right? Like, is it his gloves? Is it his lower body? Is it his swing load?
Yeah.
And now it just seems to be a little bit more widespread than that. And I do wonder, how are they built to come out of this?
Right.
That's the one thing that I do wonder. How are they built to break out of this? Because, I don't know that necessarily it's the manager's job, but he's a first-time manager. It's a first-time hitting coach. I'm not so sure. So, how do they get out of it? I think most of us can say, wow, that's a lot of strikeouts in a 3-game series. That's not great. Waiting and sitting around waiting for Gavin Sheets to hit a 3-run homer in the 9th doesn't sound like a plan to me. Fernando continues to just, what are we watching here? And Manny doesn't seem to be getting any better. And on it goes. You guys have already done this today. But how do they get out of it? I mean, that's the thing I think that I find myself thinking about. Like, who is there that can help these guys get out of it? And even if you think that it's just 100% about players and it's up to the players, I saw Freddie Freeman say something recently. He was tinkering around with his batting stance, and all of a sudden he just clicked and everything felt better. So good for Freddie.
Yeah.
Is that what has to happen here? Do the players just have to figure it out? Or is it on the hitting coaching, the hitting coach? Is it the mat? Like, that's the part to me where I feel a little, I feel less hope because nobody's been able to figure this out, and nobody's been able to. Everybody understands that they're not doing well and that they're swinging and missing way too much and not getting anything going early. But how do you fix it? How do you get out of it? I haven't heard anybody with an answer.
You said first-year manager, first-year hitting coach. They didn't really hit all that great with an experienced manager and an experienced hitting coach in the past.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't this bad, though.
They weren't this bad, the offense. But
they weren't this bad.
They were bad.
They were lower third.
At the end of the year, bottom.
Well, they're worse. I mean, funny that you mentioned that, Paul, because I just happen to have these statistics located right in front of me for today's prior territory.
You prepared SOB. Look at you.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to compare like how the Astros numbers have gone up and how the Padres numbers have actually gone down since last year? I mean, I don't know. I don't know that it's about the hitting coach, right? And for those that may not remember, hitting coach for the Padres left, and now he's the hitting coach for the Astros. But they are up in Houston, and they are actually down here. And that's, home runs are up a bit.
Yeah.
But OPS is down. Slugging percentage is down. Batting average is down.
Total hits are down.
Hits
Last in the league.
is down. Hitting is down. Strikeouts are not good. Kevin Acee had the stat that they've struck out 30 times in a series 3 times this year. They didn't do that at all the previous 2 years.
That's
That is
crazy.
like, whoa, what? Like, credit to the ace man on that one. That my jaw hit the floor this morning. I was like, wait a second, what? They struck out 30 times 3 times in 3 different series this year, and they didn't do that at all the previous 2. So I don't know, man. I mean, again, I'm not saying that it's cure-all, and I know we're all sick and tired of the hitting coach is the problem, but is the hitting coach the solution?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Fair.
And, if it came with additional power, you'd accept the strikeouts, but it's not coming with any benefits
That's
as
the
well.
worst. Yeah, I mean, I'll handle 200 strikeouts a year if you hit me 35 jacks, but we're not getting anything. Instead, we're just getting the ball beaten into the ground over and over and over again.
Or punches, punch outs. Yeah.
Darren, you're getting a lot of compliments for your jacket in our YouTube stream. Apologies if it was discussed last week when I was off, but how was the trip to Mexico, the Toros, and seeing some baseball south of the border?
Oh, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Just a great experience. It was my first time down there. So had a blast, and they just have a great team. They have a great staff there, very accommodating, cool ballpark, 17,000, tucked away a part of Tijuana that I had not been to. The vibe is phenomenal. Food, great as you would expect. Affordability, incredible, really easy to get to, very accommodating. And they've got some great stories. I know we're sort of up against it. It's not just Justin Turner, but there's a lot of San Diegans. There's like 3 San Diegans. Roberto Kelly is the manager of Tijuana Toros. Here's a guy that won 3 World Series rings as a coach on the San Francisco Giants coaching staff. He's watching Tony Vitello. He's like, what's going on?
Very cool.
So, yeah, they've got some guys on the roster who have played in San Diego. There's a couple of teammates. We'll remember the name Danny Camarena forever, right?
Yep,
He's the one that hit the grand slam against Max Scherzer. His high school teammate from Uni High Cathedral is Randy Wynn. And here these 2 high school teammates are. They're both pitching down in Tijuana. So it's a lot of fun, and I recommend it.
Franchi's in the outfield, isn't he?
Is Franchi
Cordero's down there hitting light tower power. Yeah, they've got Greg Allen. Remember Greg Allen? He's down there as well.
SDSU.
Yeah, third leg Greg, I think he was his nickname. So he's they have all sorts of you find lots of players who you recognize. It's a blast, man.
Woods wants to go down when Brian O'Grady comes in to visit. Yeah. So maybe we'll have to plan a show trip down there and check it out ourselves.
They would love it.
Darren, really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. As always, good luck to SDFC tomorrow night against FC Cincinnati at Snapdragon Stadium.
Thank you, gentlemen. And once again, a shout out to Sean from Sprouts in La Mesa. The Cajun shrimp was phenomenal. So thank you, my friend. Big Ben and Woods fan. So he heard us last week. So shout him out again.
Thank you, buddy.
Darren Smith with his Tijuana Toros jacket on this morning.
Yeah, that's sick.
Here on Ben and Woods.
It's really cool.
I mean, you do have to go see Justin Turner play if you go down there. So
that's fine.
Dennis Lynn and Sam Blum just dropped a long piece about Justin Turner and the Toros on The Athletic just this morning. So you can check that out if you're an Athletic subscriber. All right, well, we'll come back. It's a management report Friday, an early check-in with the GM. AJ Preller going to join us coming up next year with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, my friends, we are halfway home on a Friar Friday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I'm Woodsy. That's Paulie, executive producer, and Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. We've been taken for quite a ride by the San Diego Padres through this point in the season, Benjamin.
We certainly have, and let's dispense with our usual reset here at 8 because it's already time for our management report. It is brought to you by SDCCU. It's not big bank banking. It is better. And joining us right now, the president of baseball operations and general manager for the Padres, AJ Preller. Good morning, AJ. Got him? I know you had him a second ago, Paulie.
Oh,
AJ, can you hear us?
Guys. There we go.
There.
Yeah,
Good morning.
Hi, buddy.
We got you. Let me start just by saying, record-wise, I'm very happy with where the Padres are right now. As a fan, I'm usually the one who doesn't worry so much, but why am I so concerned when I watch this team and I continue to see, the Stars struggle offensively? And when you're watching, what's your perspective right now on the offensive struggles for Fernando and Manny and Jackson Merrill to a certain extent? And what's it going to take to get these guys going at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think, you look at our team and, I think on the positive side is that we've found a way to win a lot of baseball games, and we're, sitting there, near or at the top of the standing for most of the first 40 games, which is kind of the quarter point, and a lot of guys contributing, obviously a lot of big swings late in games. And, at the same point in time, we all know that, overall over the course of 162, we know what kind of the standards are and what you need to get to as a group. And, and we haven't swung the bat the way we need to. And our offense overall, if we're going to be there at the end of the season and not just after 40 games, I think, everybody in the building, everybody on the team will tell you, we're capable of more. So, I think the part I think that, I think we all understand is that, there's a lot of belief in Manny and Fernando and, Xander and Jackson and that group, that they've won a lot of games. They've gotten us in the playoffs multiple times. They'll be the first to tell you they've got to be better, and they understand that. And, again, you look at the track record of those guys and also the want to, I think sometimes you see Manny, you see how easy he plays the game and how well he's played the game over his career. And I think all of this just comes easy to him. Like he works really hard for it, and he's down there grinding every day, trying to figure out, why he hasn't had the first 40 games that he's capable of. The positive, like you're mentioning, is that we've done this and we haven't seen what those guys at their best, and we know that's coming. So, that's the focus every day for us, is trying to figure out like how we get there as a group and how to help those guys individually, but a lot of belief that those guys are going to get there for us. So.
AJ Preller joins us here on Ben and Woods this morning. AJ, I hear this all the time talking to coaches and hitting coaches and all kinds of people around the game. Hey, listen, process over results, right? The process works, the results will come. Are you confident in the process right now?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we've all been part of things where you look up, and if you're doing things the right way, you're going about it the right way from a work standpoint, a preparation standpoint, a mindset standpoint, review. I think that's obviously very important when you have talented players, which we do. But I think we're also realistic that over the last 40 games, it's not a 10-game sample size like we were talking earlier in the year, over 40 games. You want to see those the good process results and that turn into real results. And if not, that's the questions we're asking every day. Is there something we can tweak? Is there something we can do a little bit differently? Is there something from a mechanics preparation standpoint? But we've got a good group. We've got a good, from Craig's standpoint, he's been in it as a player. He knows what it takes and what it looks like. He understands 162, how that plays out and works. And the same thing with the hitting team. So, again, like we're constantly looking to tweak it. We're constantly looking to see, hey, what can we do a little bit better? And when you're not getting those results, you've got to go back to the process and kind of say, hey, is there a way we can do this a little bit differently or a little bit better? And that's where we're at right now. But
without panicking, right? Like that's the thing is if something doesn't go well for 10 games, because you see Cubs ripped off 10 games in a row, and then they lost 5 and got like 4 hits in those games. So how do you balance the line of, we need to make some changes, but we cannot panic and change everything we're doing right now? That's got to be a tough gig for you, the players, the coaches, all of it.
I think that's all part of that balance and rhythm of 162, and it's also part of the experiences. I think like the fact that I think the best coaches, managers, scouts, players, they can navigate, the ups and downs of a baseball season and how a team can look really good in a series or a week and really bad in a series and week. But I think understanding that, that over the course of the season, what good looks like and what excellence looks like, I think that's the whole key. So, we've got players that, they understand that they want to win, they want to do really well. And ultimately, I think from our standpoint, you can't get emotional about it. You just kind of look and go, okay, if it's not working, what isn't working? What do we want to try to tackle for this week and for the next 10 days and go tackle that. And a lot of faith that we have smart people that are, have a good sense of what needs to be done and talented players that can go ahead and make a change and an adjustment to do it.
AJ Preller with us on our SDCCU management report. And AJ, I fully know that I might not get a completely honest answer here, but what's the plan for a little length out of the bullpen tonight after the short start by Griffin Canning yesterday and the possible addition of Lucas Giolito this weekend to the starting rotation?
Yeah, and things are always tied together. I think every day we talk about our roster and what's the best way to get to navigate, that game or that series. So we made a decision a few days ago, and we felt like, every night, Ruben, myself, Josh, Stein, Craig will sit down and talk, then Fritz, about kind of where we're at, especially on the pitching side. And, ultimately over the last few days, we felt like we had a lot of, we had coverage and, from to play all different style games, if we're down, if we're up, et cetera. Obviously, Giolito coming back is going to lead to a roster move here this weekend, and we'll be ready in terms of making that move. And again, we have some different options. The tough part is there are a lot of guys that are performing well in our bullpen that we've got to talk about, and but ultimately, that's part of the deal is looking up every day and, hey, we're going to get a pitcher back, and we've got to go ahead and make a roster move. We'll do that here over the course of the next few hours, honestly. So.
All right, AJ, I don't know if you saw on Twitter. I don't know. You may be on Twitter. You may not. It's always been a big mystery. Ben was playing a little game of true or false with his Twitter audience. And I was going to see if you would play with us this morning. So I'll ask you a question, true or false. The organization feels that Ethan Salas could handle a big league pitching staff today.
Yeah. I think
because that's what I've heard. That's not just speculation, having fun. I literally talked to people like, oh no, he could slide in today and handle the staff defensively and call a game and all that.
Yeah, I think the great part with Ethan, is he's had a really good start to the season. So I think everything that we've all seen from him in terms of super talented player that can handle a pitching staff, defend the position, swing the bat well. He's wired the right way. He wants to be really good. He asks the right questions. All those things, we've seen with results. Which is fun when all that comes together. I think you start seeing the prospect rankings, and now he's miraculously a month later he's now towards the top of the prospect rankings.
He went up,
so I think we all kind of take it with a grain of salt. But
he went up 85 spots on one. 85 spots. He shot up 85 spots on one of them.
Yeah. So again, he's still a minor league player. He's still developing.
Okay.
Our minor league group talked about it yesterday. He's got still a lot of things that he's got to do and check his box on in terms of the development card. But he's got that type of ability that one day down the road is going to be able to help lead us.
So not this weekend. So false. It's true or false? He'll be up this weekend.
No,
false.
Ethan's got Ethan's got some work to do.
Okay. All right.
So
good to know.
You said that. I'm curious about this, though. You say, check those boxes in the minor leagues. Obviously he's starting to hit now. We've seen you aggressively promote Fernando Tatis Jr. and Jackson Merrill as young players early in the season, even moving Jackson into a different position when he did it. How do you know when it's right, when the time is right to bring a guy up versus let him have some confidence and success in the minor leagues?
Yeah, again, I think those guys, they were very special players, and we have our, the way we go about doing it in terms of, checking a lot of boxes for our staff, performance metrics, basically our development checklists that we look at. And, we're not scared to challenge players. We talk about accelerating the progress of the gifted, and usually the best guys respond to that. But we've got a bunch of questions in on our player plans that we look at, and when guys get to a certain point, we don't always sit there and say, hey, your birthday is not one of them, in terms of what we're looking for. So again, Ethan is part of that process. Like we've had a lot of guys have done that before, and when he gets to that point, we'll look at potentially promoting him, but he's not at that spot right now.
Talking to AJ Preller here, president of baseball ops here on Ben and Woods this morning. And, the pitching has really done an admirable job this year. AJ, a bit cobbled together at times. You've seen some good starts out of most of the guys in the rotation, all of them at one point. But what's the update on Nicky P and Joe Musgrove? Obviously, two guys we love, two fierce competitors. The offense remains an issue, but let's talk about the guys. When can we expect those guys back, or at least to hear something about how they're progressing?
Yeah, I know everybody's anxious, and I know, everybody, and especially myself, want these guys, back on the mound. But we also understand that, they're working through their rehab, portion of it. I think with Joe and Nick, they haven't started throwing yet. So, I think Joe, both players, wasn't with them here this week, but from our, Scott Hacker and our rehab group, they had really positive last week, 10 days, started to feel, feeling in a good place. I think that starts moving the needle on them throwing. But, when they start playing catch, they'll have a build up, that'll take some time, and then they'll start getting into bullpens and then eventually games. So, we're not talking about days or weeks with those guys in terms of them being ready to come back to Petco. It's going to be a process. And I think the biggest thing for us is, again, these are not black and white. These, it's not black and white in terms of the medical process on where these guys are at. So, it's kind of an individual basis. And, we've made the decision that, with both of those guys that, until they're, probably being more conservative, feeling like, hey, more time is better than less. It's a long season. And, if we're getting them back pitching meaningful games, down the road, if that's, June, July, we're comfortable with that. So that's kind of the way we've gone about it, from the advice of our medical team, and also just looking at the long season and what it all looks like for us. And, it sounds like those guys have had good work and some positive signs in the last, in the last week to 10 days. And I know everybody wants to hear, they're in a rehab in Lake Elsinore, tomorrow, but it's going to take some time for them to get back there. And that doesn't mean that that's not happening. I've seen speculation of that those guys or Joe is not going to be back this year. That's not the case at all. It's just to take some time, and we're being conservative, making sure those guys feel good and they check every box when they come back.
That's great to hear.
All right. Last thing for me, AJ, and I don't know if you're traveling or where you've been this week, but what is your reaction when Sunday Nick Castellanos hits the home run, 2 outs in the 9th inning, and then Wednesday when Gavin Sheets does it with 2 outs in the 9th inning? Is it a fist pump? I mean, what do you do when your team does something spectacular like that?
Yeah, I was on the road both times, and it's not trying to, both times I was the first time I was in an airport and getting the streaming in and out on this MLB app that was driving me crazy. And so I kind of lost it there in terms of the connection. And all of a sudden you get the update flashing, and you're either expecting
final score.
Final score, so you're just dreading that final score. And all of a sudden you get as I'm passing through security, and I'm high-fiving the guy next to me, basically, and you get the Castellanos, home run, update. Yeah. And you're trying to stream to get back on to watch, and you can't see it. That in-play run is the greatest feeling ever. And then a couple days later, I was at my nephew's graduation, and we had it going, and it was streaming. But again, the update came before the swing, which is painful when it's an out, but always great when you see the update. So I think when John Smith graduated, there was a huge cheer from one section. So after Gavin had hit that home run, so yeah, that was that.
Couple of good moments. Definitely need some more in Seattle. They got some tough customers there on the bump for sure.
Yeah, any in-play runs would be fantastic this weekend.
Yeah, no doubt.
Huge fan of it. So yeah, it's going to be again. It's the big league. So not it's kind of tired when you hear like, yeah, these guys are everybody's good. That Mariner stuff is really good. So it's going to be a challenge. But again, we're looking to get back to October. We've got to go on that in-play runs button here this week.
No doubt.
So
yeah, tell Craig to just lean on it this weekend. I mean, it's just push the button, man. Get the slug button going and the home run button going, and we'll see what happens. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
AJ Preller, General Manager, President of Baseball Operations. Our SDCCU Management Report. It's not big bank banking. It is better. They're a real baseball fan when you get the in-play run, parenthesis S reference, like
in-play run.
We've all watched enough games that way on the Gamecast game day, like in-play. Oh, it's blue. Okay, the blue dot. All right, someone put the ball and it's in-play. Is it out? Is it run? In-play runs. Yes, here we go. And then it's like, all right, was it a single to score one or was it a grand slam?
Isn't it crazy that the president of baseball ops for the Padres is like, the Wi-Fi sucks. I can't get the Again, you'd think.
Just like us, for real.
He's like us. Just like us. In an airport going, God, son of a bitch. Wait,
2-2. Yes.
Yeah, it's so good.
No, I don't want to connect to the airport Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there's some good nuggets in there today, I thought.
Yeah,
some really good nuggets.
Including roster move coming within the next few hours.
Yes, correct. Probably 10:01, my guess.
Probably. I knew he wasn't going to tell us what it was.
I should have asked him. Why do you do that? Why do you do that to us?
He did say roster move likely coming in the next few hours.
Yep.
Now, that could be a temporary holding pattern move to bring in some bullpen help before the Lucas Giolito move on Sunday. But we will keep our eye out on that to see what the Padres are going to do. And if it does or does not involve Matt Waldron today. All right, we will take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to play a little Take on Woods. If you'd like to be our last contestant of the week, music, movie, or TV trivia for a chance to qualify for our grand prize trip to Las Vegas, you can call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Play our game and then get back to some more Ben and Woods coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, tell you about Trajan Wealth. Trajan Wealth, a couple of months ago, they told me, hey, these guys are interested in working with you. How's your retirement plan going? And I go, I don't really have much of a retirement plan. I just keep working. I've got 401ks. I put the money in it, and then I just let it sit there. So I met with David, my Trajan Wealth advisor, and we went through some things that I didn't even know about. Extra fees you might be paying on your 401k account. They can review all of that for you and make sure that you are set up for not just retirement, but retirement here in San Diego, retirement the way you want to retire. Make sure your money's not going to run out. No one wants to worry about their money running out after they retire. They just want to enjoy life when you get to that age. So if you are putting it off, I can implore you, go to the website, TrajanWealth.com, TRAJAN Wealth.com, or call the phone number 1-855-TRAJAN1, 1-855-TRAJAN1. Set up a consultation, local offices, Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. Have them take a look. They're fiduciaries, so they are obligated to be working in your best interest. I love that about Trajan. And just get that peace of mind that you're going to be set with the right kind of retirement here in San Diego. Again, the website, TRAJAN Wealth.com, TrajanWealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
right, player. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Welcome back. Ben and Woods on a Friday. Our thanks again to A.J. Preller, President of Baseball Operations for the Padres, for joining us. We all agree, kind of loose, felt good.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a little bit better. He's not, if he sounded like a tense stress case, then I'd be a little more worried about the Padres. But
I mean, I'm still worried.
Of course.
I'm my own man.
I mean, they don't have any other answers than these are good players.
Keep trying.
And generally good players are going to find their way out of it, but there's no specific necessarily plans.
More tee work for the fellas.
Change it.
We're going to really ramp up the front toss here.
Hitting is different than pitching. When people say, well, Ruben Niebla can always figure it out.
Yeah.
But the difference is a pitcher controls everything.
Correct.
So you make a change, and that change can be implemented specifically and right away. You can try to make changes on hitting, but it still is going to depend on the pitches you're facing.
Correct.
What the guy's throwing. You don't know what's coming at you every single pitch.
It's recognition, right?
Yeah.
Are you seeing spin out of his hand? You're not. Get better at it. What can I tell you? Like, what can we do?
You hear a story, guys say it all the time. When I'm on a roll, the ball looks like a beach ball. It's coming in big, it's coming in slow. When I'm struggling, looks like a
BB.
Tiny little BB, and you don't see anything. It's like no toe tap is going to necessarily change how you're picking up the ball out of the pitcher's hand.
And you try everything. You move your hands, you move your feet, you open up, you close up, you load with a big leg kick. You do no leg kick. It's maddening. Hitting is the most maddening thing to do in sports. It's so much harder than anything else that you could ever imagine in any sport. I mean, you can learn to throw a football. You can learn to dribble, and you just keep practicing dribbling, and you can handle the ball. Hitting that ball out of somebody else's hand, and they've got 5 pitches to choose from, recognizing it, and then putting a good swing on it and getting barrel on it is maddening.
Yeah, you can put a perfect swing on a ball, but if you thought it was a cutter and it's actually a slider, you're not going to hit it.
I've had many really good swings that I didn't even come close to hitting the ball. So, it just is, it's really frustrating. And you have to stay positive, and it's the hardest thing to do. And it's hard for the fans to watch the offense scuffle night in and night out. So, I fully am right there with you, man. It's crazy to watch.
We'll get back to some more baseball talk in a few minutes. First, though, it's time for our last game of the week. Let's play some Take on Woods. Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. And first in today is one of our regulars. First time this month. Guy is in. Good morning, Guy.
Hey, good morning, Ben.
All right, I know you'd love to qualify for our grand prize this month. It's the $500 gift card to the Westgate Las Vegas. Little choose your own Vegas adventure. You yourself can set up a Vegas vacation by going to westgatelasvegas.com. Take advantage of their breakaway from fees package. No resort fees and rates starting at $89 a night, including a $75 daily dining credit and more. All right, here's what we've got for you to wrap up the week. Music. It's your turn. 5 songs with the word turn in the title. TV, animal actors, 5 classic TV shows where an animal played the leading role. And our new movies category, 90s basketball comedy. So music, it's your turn. TV, animal actors, or movies, 90s basketball comedies. Guy, what would you like to play?
I'd like to try the animal actors.
Animal actors. All right. Today we are looking for 5 classic TV shows where an animal played the leading role. We'll have 60 seconds. If you don't know one, you can pass. Come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is the 2-second TV theme song. You need to identify the show based on the clip that Paulie plays you. Guy, are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock. The category is animal actors. Your time begins when Paul plays our TV theme song. Good luck, Guy. Let's take on Woods.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course.
Mr. Ed.
Correct. Which long-running show debuting in 1954 centered on a heroic collie, often rescuing Timmy from trouble around the farm? Correct. A bottlenose dolphin was the star of which popular 1960s series on NBC?
Flipper.
Correct. Ron Howard's younger brother Clint starred as Mark Wedlow in which late 1960s CBS series about a black bear?
Gentle Ben.
Correct. An orphan named Rusty and his German Shepherd helped soldiers in the American West on which 1950s series on ABC?
Repeat that, Ben, please.
An orphan named Rusty and his German Shepherd helped soldiers in the American West on which 1950s series on ABC?
Was that Rin Tin Tin?
That was The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin.
Wow.
Congratulations. That is a 5 for 5 guy. You are in for the drawing for Las Vegas. Well played in our TV category, animal actors. All right, let's bring Woods back in, see if he knows his old-time stuff. All right, it's TV category today. No category for Woods. 60 seconds back on the clock. Guy is your opponent. Time begins when Paul plays our TV theme song. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Guy.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course.
Mr. Ed.
Correct. Which long-running show debuting in 1954 centered on a heroic collie, often rescuing Timmy?
Lassie.
Correct. A bottlenose dolphin was the star of which
Flipper.
Correct. Ron Howard's younger brother Clint starred as Mark Wedlow in which 1960s CBS series about a black bear? Ooh.
Pass.
An orphan named Rusty and his German Shepherd helped soldiers in the American West on which 1950s series on ABC?
Damn it. These are all ringing a bell. Oh. Not that bell. I'm going to lose my mind.
You want to try the bear one again? Ron Howard's younger brother Clint starred as Mark Wedlow in which 1950s CBS series about a black bear?
No idea.
Giving you a hint.
I don't want a hint.
It's your hint.
Ben.
Gentle Ben.
Gentle Ben.
Gentle Ben the black bear.
What was
and
the other one?
The Adventures of Rin Tin Tin.
That's what I couldn't think of.
Guy got them all right. So 5-3. Guy wins today
Stud.
into the drawing for the grand prize. That was animal actors.
Yeah. Somebody said boomer category, 100%.
Such a boomer category. Such a boomer category.
Oh my!
I don't think I watched any of those shows ever.
This 1950s television show had.
I watched Flipper when I was a kid. I loved Flipper. I thought that was great. I loved Flipper. I thought it was so cool. What were the other ones?
Lassie, Mr. Ed, Gentle Ben, and Rin Tin Tin.
I think I watched some Lassie. I think I watched some Mr. Ed too. A little bit of each.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Nothing major. Nothing major. But
all right, let's take a time out. When we come back, we can kind of reset since we didn't get to do it when we talked to AJ. Got more baseball. Still have our MLB Reacharound. A Reindl Report is coming up as well. Stay tuned. Ben Woods continues next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
So I've been transfixed to the TV screen above Woods' head, and it's not because the PGA Championship is on. Usually that's my vice during golf majors. But Paulie, I don't know what channel you have it on. It's an infomercial.
I don't know. I haven't actually touched the TV.
You just turned it on, and we have infomercials running, and it happens to be for a vacuum cleaner. And I have noticed as I have gotten older, and maybe the algorithm has figured me out, but my Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call cleaning porn. Because it's just
like maids and stuff.
No, it's simply
I like those.
It's power washers, it's drain dissolvers, it's vacuums, it's things that get other things clean. Like they have the dirtiest. Like you'll have the dirtiest floor, and you just one right over the top, it's absolutely as clean as possible.
There's some.
I'm mesmerized by it every time.
Yeah, there's some steam cleaner.
Yeah,
this guy walks up to a grill that looks like it's been put through a war, and he goes, and then it is. It is as clean as a whistle.
I've seen that spinning grill cleaner thing, like it's a tool, and it takes this gnarly black grill and it just passes it over once, and the whole thing is like bright, clean, shiny metal, like the day you bought it at the barbecue store,
the day it was born.
You know that's impossible, though.
Correct.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah,
I've
all
seen
AI, apparently.
I keep getting it. There must be.
Yeah.
And I keep getting the one. It's this like powder you put in the most clogged drains. Like your backyard is a swamp.
Yeah.
And you pour this powder and it bubbles up, and all of a sudden everything just disappears, and you have the perfectly clean backyard again. And I am mesmerized. I don't actually buy any of the products because I know they can't possibly work as well as they do in these videos. But my Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call cleaning porn.
Just take out cleaning, Paulie.
My Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call porn.
Perfect. What was his Instagram feed loaded with
a couple
last
of weeks
week?
ago?
Right.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women. So my Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call porn.
What I like to call it, by the way.
Nobody else calls it that. I like peppered the best. My Instagram feed is now peppered with young women.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women.
All right. Okay.
That one was not doctored.
That was not doctored.
No.
It was brilliant.
The last one, out their outfits for Coachella, if I remember correctly.
That's right. You know what gets me? Those get me too, Benny. I'm all in on them. What gets me too is the guy that goes up with the pot or the pan, and he's like, "Watch this," and he cracks an egg, and the non-stick. You get me at the fair too, dude. I'll sit and watch those things for hours. The
non-stick cookware.
Hey, come here, buddy. You need a sharp knife? Watch this. I'm gonna cut right through this can. And I'm like, oh wow, only $5,000. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. They last how long? Forever?
Watch how fast I can cut through this phone book.
Yeah.
Where do you even get a phone book?
They're actual Vikings, like made from Viking swords. Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good to me.
$2,000 on sale.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Can I ask you a question? Why would I ever possibly need to cut through a can? Ever? For what reason? I don't need to cut the top off a can.
But then it's still sharp enough to cut through a tomato.
That's right.
Which is amazing.
After that. Yeah. That's right. No, those get me. The pots and pans get me, man. I want and Hannah won't let me buy any of the nonstick because apparently it's very bad for you.
Right. Yes. You don't want that coating to end up on your food or something. I've seen that as well.
At this point, if that's what gets me, then that's what gets me. You know what I mean? I want some ease of use. I want easy to clean. I want ease of use. It's worth a year off my life at this point. How did Woodsy go, man? He lived a pretty hard life.
He dieted.
Non-stick pans. Yeah.
Non-stick pan coating. Got it.
Finally got him, man. Finally got him. Yeah, he suffered at the end too. The non-stick. He was obsessed with it, and he got it, and that was church for him, dude. At the end of the day. No, I'm with you. 100%. I'm surprised I haven't bought a power washer. I have zero use for one. Zero.
I did buy finally a few months ago my first robot vacuum.
Yeah.
Which, again, I have the same problem. It's supposed to be you just start it and then forget about it.
Right.
It does it without. I enjoy just watching
it clean,
go back and forth on my floor, and I will like have a game on, and I'll find myself distracted and then just staring at the robot.
I just hate the sound.
Mopper just going back and forth the entire time.
Sometimes if I have the house to myself, I lay down for a moment. I'm like, I'm going to take a 20-minute power nap, and I just hear it from the other room. Like, and my wife controls it from her phone. I have no idea. I couldn't turn it off.
I control mine from my phone.
Yeah.
It has this triumphant chime when it's done.
Yep. It's great. And you're like a 7-year-old, dude. Our little Rain Man over there. He loves it. Loves it. Benny, I'm going to throw these toothpicks on the floor. Count them real quick. All right. 176. 176. No, I'm in favor of it. I am in favor of it.
All right, we need to check traffic. I think we can get to a little MLB reach around here before the top of the hour. Coming up next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
Diego, the 94 westbound, a slow trip getting onto the 805 northbound. The 805 northbound, then sluggish from about the 15 to the 8. The 163 southbound, slow between the 8 and the 5.
They're doing the reach around. They're doing the reach around. Everybody's doing the reach around. All right, look around the rest of Major League Baseball. Padres, of course, lost to the who did they lose to yesterday?
Yesterday was a loss to the Milwaukee Brewers.
7-1.
Kyle Harrison.
And the Dodgers took advantage, moving back into first place in the NL West by a half game with a 5-2 win over the Giants. Emmett Sheehan picking up the win. They shuffled their lineup around, put Will Smith in the leadoff spot. If the Padres tried that, like put Freddie Fermin or someone in the lead, that wouldn't work. But it worked for them. He had a leadoff home run and sparked them to a 5-2 victory.
Can you imagine putting Freddie Fermin in the leadoff spot?
Not really.
And he goes big fly. First off of Emerson Hancock tonight. Just is like, yeah, why not?
Had to try something different. They tried something different. It worked for them. They got the win yesterday, 5-2 over the Giants. The Pirates beat the Rockies 7-2. Ryan O'Hearn, former Padre, hit his 7th home run of the season for the Pirates, which I believe would lead the Padres right now.
7-6 is our leader.
Kyle Schwarber has 18 of them now, including 7 in his last 8 games. Correct. Or something. Phillies beat the Red Sox in the battle of interim managers 3-1. The Cubs shut out the Braves 2-0, so they did avoid the sweep by the Braves. Not a lot of offense in that series for the Cubs, but enough yesterday with a good pitching performance to get the 2-0 win. Plenty of offense for the Cincinnati Reds in a 15-1 win over the Washington Nationals, and they're getting offense from an unlikely source. You know who has a 1,200 OPS and homered twice for the Reds yesterday?
JJ Bleday.
JJ Bleday is crushing it right now for the Cincinnati Reds.
JJ Bleday hit 2 home runs yesterday. Fernando Tatis Jr. has 0 home
all
runs.
Season. JJ Bleday, 1,200 OPS. Fernando's like half of that, at like 600. Yeah. 1,200 OPS.
So gnarly, man.
So there is offense to be had out there.
Somewhere,
just not with San Diego right now. The Mets called up a prospect a couple of days ago. Haven't lost since. His name's A.J. Ewing.
Oh, yeah.
Hit his first Major League Baseball home run yesterday in a 9-4 win as they completed a sweep of the Detroit Tigers. Woods, do you have any A.J. Ewing cards?
You know that.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
Juan Soto, who dodged a trip to the injured list, also homered as Detroit fell to 1-8 since the Tarek Skubal injury with the loss. They are in free fall right now. The St. Louis Cardinals got a 5-4 win. They scored 2 in the 9th to beat the A's and win the series 2 out of 3. The Seattle Mariners, who the Padres will visit tonight, got a 3-run shot from Luke Raley. Needed that with Cal Raleigh now on the injured list for the first time in his career. And they took 3 of 4. Now it was from the Astros, 8-3 the final. The Astros continuing to give up tons of runs. Now that's who the Padres really need to face. The Houston Astros just give up truckloads of runs almost every single game because they've got offense.
They score a bunch, though.
They do, but they just give up truckloads of runs. Did so again yesterday against the Seattle Mariners. The Minnesota Twins took 2 out of 3 of their series. They got a 9-1 win yesterday. The White Sox beat the Royals 6-2. 5th straight win for the White Sox, who are now above 500, and they are going to be playing, since it is rivalry weekend in baseball, the Cubs.
Right.
And I saw, if I can find the stat again, This is to be the first time that the Cubs and White Sox have played with winning records against each other. Remember, they play twice a year every single year since 2008.
Wow.
That both teams have had winning records at the same time when they have faced each other.
All right, so it's rivalry.
Natural rival weekend. So like the Dodgers are playing the Angels, the Padres are playing the Mariners.
Such a natural rival.
Right.
The Rangers are playing the Astros, the Chicago teams, the New York team,
Phillies, Pirates,
Boston, Atlanta,
Orioles, Nationals,
Milwaukee, Minnesota, Miami, Tampa
Cincinnati,
Bay,
Cleveland.
Right. I feel like we get the short end of the stick on this.
We
one.
do.
Yeah,
we do.
Every
we don't.
Time.
I mean, it used to be okay when the Mariners were bad, but now we just have extra games against a pretty dangerous team that's not really a rival in any sense of the word.
With a really good pitching staff. That's exactly right.
Yeah. The last thing the Padres need, extra games against the Mariners starting pitchers. They already struggle against starting pitching as it is, and now they get extra games, although they will dodge Brian Wu in this series.
Well, we beat all of these.
Beat all of them.
Yeah,
they swept the Mariners.
Mariners. One more win wins us the Vetter Cup, which is no one cares about it anymore now that we have a chance to win it. But yeah, it's going to be a tough task ahead.
Yeah, Dodgers have a great natural rival because they get extra games against the Angels every single year.
God, nothing ever goes against them. I swear.
They'll throw Blake Snell on the mound for his second start. I believe it's the second start against the Angels tonight in Anaheim. Yeah, the first didn't go well. Giants Athletics will be the last one tonight. So the Bay Area series, which is no longer the Bay Area series. It's more of the drive about an hour and a half, 2 hours east to Sacramento series, but that's the old rivalry. I wonder if they'll keep that when they move to Las Vegas.
I don't know.
Would it still be Giants Las Vegas, or would you make it more like Arizona Las Vegas?
Yes, that makes more sense.
Make a little desert rivalry instead.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And because there's not an
Big
even number of teams, the Diamondbacks have to play the Rockies because there's 2 extra National League teams. So to make it even out, you can't play interleague games with everybody.
Okay.
So that's what we've got coming up this weekend.
All right.
Bennett Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And I want to remind everybody, if you are out and about, North County, especially tomorrow, you can join us at Park 101 in the Carlsbad Village tomorrow at 4 o'clock for food, baseball, and fun. We'll be watching our San Diego team take on that Seattle team. Amazing outdoor space, rooftop seating, TVs all over the place. And they're going to be serving up some Mexican candy shots and skinny margaritas made with Santo Tequila from our friends Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri. And we'll be giving away a Mason Miller autographed baseball and tickets to see our hometown baseball team. Park 101 in the Carlsbad Village tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We will see you out there, all 3 of us.
Can't wait.
All right, we'll come back with the Reindl Report headlines, including the visual we didn't need from Woods yesterday on the Fan. This hour 97.3 The Fan brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. Didn't mean much in the course of yesterday's 7-1 loss to the Brewers, but we did mention it earlier. The clever tag by Xander Bogaerts to push Sal Frelick's foot off the base when he was trying to steal second. Technically not allowed to do that.
Correct.
And he should have been ruled safe, but did it discreetly enough, and Sal was far enough past the base that it looked like maybe he came off on his own and ended up stealing an extra out in that game yesterday.
Helped us tremendously.
No.
Just massive.
Didn't impact the game in a positive way for the Padres, but
you just wanted to highlight that.
You do like to see clever veteran type plays by guys like Xander Bogaerts. It's one of the fun things about cheering for a veteran team. You see Manny make heads up plays, quite often just based on his experience and savvy as a third baseman, and that was a moment where Xander Bogaerts got to shine. I've also been generally impressed with Fernando Tatis Jr. at second base.
Yeah.
You forget, you see how athletic he is in the outfield, but like picking a one-hop throw from home plate that I don't think he had any business of like stabbing, actually saved a run in that situation by not letting the ball get into the outfield.
I think he's been good. I don't know what the metrics say on it, but watching the games, he's made some really gotten to some really difficult balls, and he's got that cannon on him. You know what I mean? So, and a good arm. We all thought when they did it, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna unlock him offensively. He's gonna be so happy. He's gotten worse.
Yeah, that was always a fallacy that you can put someone in a different position defensively and it's going to impact their offense.
Yeah, he's
small sample size, sure. You may a day or two. It looks like it does, but you need to fix your offensive issues wherever you're playing in the field.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll see what the lineup looks like tonight. We'll talk about it. Pitching matchups for the series coming up later this hour. Right now, though, let's get some other headlines from Paulie. Take it away.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah?
All right.
We were talking off screen or on the air there. Woodsy, you were showing me a video of the boys playing around yesterday, doing a little slam dunk contest in the house, and Bo said something. He was like falling onto a chair, and he said something.
Yeah.
It sounded like a bad word.
It sounded like a bad word, but it's not. He said he does this now. He says fa,
and I go. I was like, I know what he's doing.
Right.
I go, that is a
re, mi, fa. He's not doing that.
It's a famous viral TikTok sound.
How does? Wow, that scared me.
Echoey.
How does he see a TikTok? Like, where would he have seen
School.
a TikTok? Somebody else saw it.
Yeah.
They bring it to school, and then now he says it. That is very dicey and close, isn't it? Bah.
Can we do that?
I don't know. Like, are you out of your ing mind? It's very dicey. Adam. That one is severe. It's like that's like Orsillo yelling holy sheets.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like where you do it and you're like, he's gonna slip.
I thought the diciest thing that we had all week was when you said chit.
Chit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to spend a chit.
Yeah.
Holy sheets! Oh God, it makes my heart race.
Every time I expect him to say the other word.
I used one of our chits.
Our new chits.
We have a new, Paulie got us new poker
Yeah.
chips, but they're like a chit.
It's a chit.
It's something you can spend. It's not a legal tender.
That's right.
It's a chit.
Cole said he called the FCC. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Thanks,
good.
Cole.
Thanks, Cole.
Looking out
Appreciate you,
for
man.
us.
Yeah, that's must be where that comes from because he says it all the time.
It's in so many videos now. It's like a transition or something like that in a lot of videos.
They also call me and their mother bruh exclusively. It's
bruh?
bruh. That's so sus.
Bruh.
It's like that's what they do now. I'm bruh, and Mrs. Woods is also bruh.
Bruh.
Mrs. Bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
Mr. and
bruh
Mrs.
short
Bruh.
for brother?
Yeah.
That seems weird.
It is very weird. Yeah.
All right. Let's get started. I think we talked about it for just a minute earlier. The NFL schedule release.
Oh, elite.
I don't really care about the schedule release show that they do on every network, ESPN, NFL Network, or whatever. I don't really care about every team who they're actually playing. I just like the social media videos. I don't know exactly what team started this and when this became a thing, but now it is expected that every NFL team puts out their schedule release videos, and some are more creative than others. And we talked about a little bit of them. I did notice, though, I thought it's always a good move. They don't get the chance to do it very often, I guess, but whenever you can have a Super Bowl rematch, I think the Super Bowl rematch should always be
it's a good bit.
The first kickoff, the Thursday night game to kick off the season that everyone's paying attention to, everyone's watching. You always get the Super Bowl champion that night. But when you can get the actual rematch, Seahawks, Patriots, they're going to kick things off on Thursday.
I feel like it's happened 3 or 4 times lately, which is actually mathematically kind of an anomaly because AFC, NFC matchups only happen once every 4 years. And the ones that would be at the home of the Super Bowl winner would only happen once every 8 years. So you only have a 1 in 8 chance of the Super Bowl winner actually playing the team that they faced in the Super Bowl at home the following season. But it did happen again this year, and they did, in fact, schedule the Seahawks to host the Patriots in that Thursday night opener.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't see anything else that really stood out to me. We were talking about it, though, with the, it's such a good move when you can have the Super Bowl rematch be the first game of the following season. However, was there any trepidation maybe by the NFL? Like, now you're going to put Mike Vrabel and the Patriots right there in everyone's crosshairs day one, week one.
I heard Ello and Scraby going off on that yesterday. I mean, Ello thinks the NFL made a massive mistake.
Why are you
putting extra attention on Mike Vrabel?
I mean, they're not going to be able to hide it.
Right. That's the thing. Is like
they're going to play 17 games.
Oh, if he plays this next, if he's not the first game, then no one's going to mention it.
We haven't. Well, I mean, we talked about the story. Everyone in the country has. We haven't talked about it as much as I would think some other shows. Ello's pretty intense, pretty salty. He called Mike Vrabel a slime ball. Is what he called him.
I mean, everything we're seeing, if it's playing out the way we think it is, he is a slime ball. She is too. They're both bad people for what they've done to their families.
And not excusing her behavior either. But, it's not the only person in history who's committed adultery, for sure.
Think about what the damage they've done to those kids, the kids' lives. They're young children right now. And
yeah, but nothing's going to happen to them. So what is when they play, why would anyone be upset about that? Oh, they're playing first.
When they play, yeah. I mean, whether it's Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think Ello is upset that Vrabel is facing no consequences really whatsoever.
He may still. It's being investigated.
It's being investigated. And,
I doubt he will.
And the investigation is going to turn up, nothing that they can act on. And, Vrabel is basically being cheered by Patriots fans as some sort of like victim or hero in all this, where he shouldn't be. And Ello's right about that. But ultimately, it's a private matter between their families. And I think they should be able to handle it however they want to handle it. But the thing that's made it hard for their families is the public media coverage of it all, which is why I'm always uncomfortable talking about it. I think you're making it harder on their families by continuing to put a spotlight on the story.
That's not on us or the media or anybody. That's on them for doing it.
It's on them.
Right. But at some point it has to end, right?
Yeah, one would think, but it's going to be talked about. Bro, Fernando Tatis Jr. took PEDs for ringworm years ago. Every broadcast it's on, they still talk about it, right? Like, that's, different. He's cheating the game or whatever, but like, people don't forget this stuff. It doesn't matter when they play week one,
right?
Or
I agree with
on
that.
Thursday, Friday, Monday. It doesn't matter. They're going to talk about it. So I don't know how much it puts a spotlight on it, other than it's going to be on the spotlight all year.
I think the Patriots, back to the schedule release, I think they've updated and posted some sort of a video, like guys on a roller coaster, I think it was. But yesterday when I went to find the Patriots video, all I could see was, I think they posted one. It was just puppy dogs, like playing with toys or treats or something in the shapes of all of their opponents. And I'm like, I'm guessing that was not the Patriots' original plan for video
as possible,
and they just go, guys, we can't do it.
They had
we
one plan
cannot
and they
post
said,
anything edgy or funny.
We need to do something less edgy and
or
more
sarcastic.
cute.
Nothing. We can't do Napoleon Dynamite. I saw the Rams did that one. Yeah, they went with the puppy dogs, but yeah, it was whatever. Mike Vrabel and the Patriots are going to play 17 NFL games at some point, whether it's first Thursday or Monday night, whatever. Where are we going next here today? Don't remember what I had for this story. Crushing it. Yes, minor league baseball. We talked about minor league baseball yesterday with the play where the right fielder slipped on the baseball and
crushed it into the
plugged
ground.
the ball into the ground. I also saw that there was another minor league baseball stadium that did a nothing night.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of nothing?
I have heard
night?
of these, yes.
I have never heard of nothing night, but it is to inspire. It was the Louisville Bats. They hosted a nothing night. They had no music, no ad reads, no videos, no on-field promotions. They basically invited their fan base to show up and raw dog a baseball game. We talk about Ben raw dogs his drives to Phoenix or an airplane flight. Could you raw dog an entire baseball game?
Oh, yeah.
No scoreboard.
Oh, yeah.
No electronics.
I'm good without
no
everybody.
music.
Clap your hands. Ta, 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 ta. I'm good without it. I'm good.
Everybody clap your hands.
I would love to just go watch a game. I think it would be amazing.
I miss the scoreboard. I do like.
Oh, yeah. I need the scoreboard.
Having the line score and the.
Yeah.
But technically, I could do without it. You know, you keep score yourself or just keep it in your head. But I do want to see the count somewhere. Like, hey, I look down. Is it 1-2 or 2-1? I like having that somewhere visually. But in terms of the music and everything, I would enjoy.
I would too.
A Major League Baseball game. I would enjoy going to a Padres game.
The sights and the sounds and
you said they did have an organ.
They did have an organ.
Technically, that's not advanced technology. So all we get is Bobby Cressy and maybe a simple scoreboard.
They had organs back in the day.
Game. I would do that. I would absolutely watch a Padres game that way.
They put out a video. It's just the sights and sounds of a baseball game. Sunflower seeds. It would be really weird to sit there at minor league, major league, whatever, to sit at a baseball stadium and just hear silence.
I mean, you just go to like a Rays game. If you wanted, if you're down in that area, you just go to a Rays game.
They still have
the bits.
Helmet shuffle, though.
I mean, do they?
Can you live without the helmet shuffle?
Yeah, I can.
All right,
I can.
And finally, we will wrap it up. Not really a story here. I think Woodsy actually he didn't fall for anything, but it was the old, if I have to see this, now you do kind of a thing last night.
Yes.
You texted us this link, and I guess I will just give everybody a heads up. If you're watching along on YouTube, we'll show the video as well, but a little bit of a trigger warning, I suppose, because
it's like one of my top 3 fears in life.
Yeah, there was a video of the moment that a guest noticed a king cobra emerging from the toilet of their resort in the Philippines. There it is, Don Salvador Benedicto, Philippines. The guest called the resort staff to help them catch and remove the snake, but they got like a long stick and they're just kind of shoving it down the drain of the toilet, and you can see that there's a curly snake tail. I don't know that they know what type of snake it is.
It's a king cobra
until it pops up, like as it's currently.
Oh my god, dude.
It's probably one of my biggest fears.
I watched it once. I don't know if I can watch it again.
Cobras are the scariest snakes, right?
Oh god,
yes, dude. Oh my god.
When he pokes his cobra head out and starts slithering that
head
cobra
thing,
tongue.
That is the most unnerving thing that you can see, right? Is the cobra, like with its head up.
Fear of him coming up and biting your anus is what you're afraid of. That's what you're,
But even when you're standing where they're standing and filming and trying to shove them away, like I was watching that video when you sent it over, and I'm like, ooh, he stopped slithering his tongue.
No, an anaconda is not scarier than a king cobra, in my opinion. Anaconda is big.
Squeeze you to death.
Yeah, but you got to get close to it. I'd never get close to it. That thing is I mean, he's in a toilet.
Yeah.
I don't know.
An anaconda's not fitting in a toilet, I don't think.
No, I would not think so.
Right?
Somebody could tell me right now that you have better odds of winning a Powerball. You have a better, there's a higher chance of your plane crashing, twice in a lifetime than this It doesn't matter. The fact that is even a possibility of those snakes, it freaks me out.
Every time I've ever pooped in a porta potty, that's what I think of. There's a snake rooting around down in there, and he's just gonna as I So try to do the squat, and it doesn't work all the time. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. It's just the worst. It's so scary.
KG says sea snakes are scarier than cobras.
Yeah, but I don't go in the sea really. So I went yesterday.
But if you were in the water though, and you saw a slither, that would be maybe the scariest thing ever.
I saw a water moccasin in a lake one time, and I was that's it. That is it.
Water moccasin.
Oh God,
it just sounds scary,
terrifying. Yeah, water moccasin. Yeah, this is awful.
I assume this was somewhere in the South.
Oh yeah,
here.
Texas.
Okay, good. Yeah.
I don't mess with snakes.
I think everyone here has encountered a rattlesnake at some point. You live in Southern California.
I have not.
You have not?
Seen them on hikes
I've seen
and
on
stuff.
golf courses
I've never seen
before.
one in person. I don't know that I'd recover.
The sound, it's scary when you see one for sure, but
it really skeeved me out when I saw that last night, but that means you guys have to see it too.
And now our audience had to see it, at least on YouTube.
Oh God, Ernie, is this right?
I don't want to hear it. I don't think.
Ernesto says, I've had a rat come up through my toilet. Yep, that's it for me.
how'd they get in there?
I don't.
Isn't it a closed system? I mean, how do they get in?
They burrow in somehow.
That's not good. That means there's probably a hole somewhere in the pipes.
Yeah.
Maybe you treat things a little bit differently when you're in another place, but they were in a resort in the Philippines, but you don't exactly check the toilet before.
Never. You go to Vegas, you're not make sure there's no snakes.
Make
in the
sure,
crapper.
yeah, and how far can you even look anyway?
Feel safer if you're on a high floor. Come on, they're not getting all the way up to the 37th floor.
You never know.
I don't feel safe at all now, not even a little. So I'll be checking. That is so.
It's just
creepy.
it gives me the goosebumps, man. To the thought.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that,
Thanks for that.
Reindl Report on a Friday. We won't all be thinking about that all weekend, I'm sure. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back. We can look ahead. Padres, 3 games against the Seattle Mariners in the Pacific Northwest. Look ahead for the pitching matchups and more. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, before we wrap things up for the week, one last time to tell you about SDFatLoss.com. Natural alternative to the GLP-1s, muscle preserving option as well. You don't want to do all this work just to lose a bunch of muscle, feel weaker, and lower your metabolism. Why not go with the SDFatLoss.com plan? It's based on real foods you're eating anyway, like chicken and steak. You can lose weight fast, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in 60 days. And then when you're done, your metabolism's up, so much, much easier to keep the weight off. I lost 40 pounds in 60 days. I have kept the weight off for 3 full years. Enjoy beach and pool season in San Diego by starting right now. Set up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. And when you sign up, one-time cost, you're going to get $200 off as well. You'll get great support from their counselors, their coaches. They will tweak, your program when you need it to make sure that the weight keeps coming off. The plateaus, you bust through those and just keep going with the weight loss like I did. Absolutely changed my life. It can change your life as well. You just have to get started. So again, go to SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got a new leader at the PGA Championship, round 2 at Ronamink Golf Club outside Philadelphia is Alex Smalley, who is at 4 under par, 1 under for the day. A big group. There were 7 players tied for the lead after the first round at 3 under, a group that included Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler, though, is 2 over so far today through 11 holes, so he's back to 1 under on the round. A group at 2 under, including San Diego's Xander Schauffele and Sahith Theegala and Patrick Reed. And then there's a bunch of golfers at 1 under. So not a lot of low scores at this course.
That's how it should be, right?
For a major championship. PGA Championship's not the U.S. Open where they're feeling like, par, even par is a good score. We saw, I think, 21 under one a couple of years ago. So it's not always the toughest test in major golf, but these greens look pretty gnarly at the course they're playing. Big, giant greens and lots of undulation and rolling, and the rough looks pretty thick. So that's been the main defense so far, but seems like not a lot of birdies out there. Part of the group at 3 under now, Hideki Matsuyama is 3 under today. A bunch of guys who haven't teed off yet. Minwoo Lee, Steven Yeager, Aldrich Potgieter, and Ryo Hitsatsune all right. 3 under par. So there's your golf update.
Beautiful.
Got through it before Paulie tried to play me off.
I kept looking at him and trying to signal him.
You have your fun moment.
I was like, as soon as he started, I was looking at Paulie going like this.
I was thinking about doing it earlier.
Come on. He didn't do it.
I mean, it's a major. It's not the biggest major, but it is a major.
Well, here's a wrinkle here, Ben.
What's the wrinkle?
Crazy Charisma in our chat says, Woods, did you need us to get a different size shirt for you at Bandon on Monday? You guys are going to Bandon? So,
Chris and Charisma, they're going to Bandon. Yeah,
I didn't
right
know
after
that.
me. I believe
Are they golfing
remembered
there?
They said that. There's nothing else to do there.
Yeah. What? I didn't know that they golfed.
I mean, you can go like dune buggying, I think, on some of the sand dunes in that area.
Her husband, Chris, loves to dune buggy.
Dune buggy?
Maybe it's dune buggying. They are golfing, she says. This is crazy. Okay. Yes, I would like another shirt. Ben will Venmo you for the cost. Right?
Why would I have to Venmo you? I've already bought you a shirt.
But it's the wrong size.
Right.
I can't use it.
Well, I could sell them the larger one in exchange for the smaller one.
I've already taken the tags off and washed it because you assured me that it would shrink, and it didn't.
Fine. If you see
all right, tell her what to get.
Large old Mac
extra large
T-shirt, black
XL.
Yes, XL, not large,
not large, not double X.
Can't imagine how you possibly screwed this up.
Mr. Attention to detail. XL.
You sure it's not going to be too small?
It's going to be perfect. XL.
Old McDonald. You wanted a black T-shirt, or
brown.
That one was the gray brown one that
brown.
I got you.
Yeah,
was
it was
the ghost tree on.
Yes, the ghost tree on it. Okay. Thank you, Charisma. Very nice of you to clean up Ben's mess again.
All right. Will you at least give me the double X?
Yeah,
I think I could wear that one.
I will bring you the double X.
Okay.
And then that way you got a shirt out of the
I
whole
at least
deal.
get a shirt out of the deal for paying for two shirts.
I get a shirt.
And
you
then
get a
we
shirt.
can go as twinsies.
As twins in our shirts.
Twinsies.
That's exactly right. Okay, I feel much better. I can't wait because I really was looking forward to wearing it. It's just very large.
People will want to know, why do we like dead trees so much?
Should I wear it to the Park 101 event on Saturday as the sundress that we talked about with some flip-flops?
I mean,
nothing else.
If you're going to be giving it to me, I don't think I want you to wear it as a sundress anymore. Because this will be my future shirt as soon as I get you the XL version.
That's right.
Of what you really want.
What a great moment in show history today. Thank you, Chris and Charisma. You guys are the best. They're going to get it. Beautiful.
All right, let's
his face when I told him to Venmo them, it dropped. It went white. But then that means I have to pay for two shirts.
A lot of shirts.
You are the GOAT.
Not made of money over here, Woods.
It's so good. So good.
All right, let's take a look ahead at the Padres series against the Seattle Mariners. Got the pitching matchups at least tentatively set. Starting with tonight, Randy Vasquez on the mound against Emerson Hancock. 6:40 start on Padres.tv. And then tomorrow is a Fox Saturday game at 4:15, just like last weekend. This time it'll be Walker Buehler against Logan Gilbert. And then, bad news for everybody, Sunday, Peacock, not Padres.tv. So we've got
2 weekends in a row.
We've got Lucas Giolito
7 networks
against George Kirby, and that's also a 4:15, so a later start on Sunday on Peacock.
All right.
So
I don't think I'm a member.
So
we're
we
talking about cockfighting, Emerson Hancock, and Peacock. What a morning.
Wow.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, everyone.
But last week it was Apple TV.
Yep.
And Fox. And then it was regular. Now this weekend it was
4.
Oh, it's ESPN. That's right. ESPN, Apple TV, Fox, and Padres.tv. And this weekend, it's Padres TV, Fox, and Peacock.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Something tells me we won't get as lucky at having
did you see
Orsillo on?
Yes, no, but Sunday, Peacock is Jason Benetti, and the guest representing the Padres, Jake Peavy. Is going to be the broadcaster on the Padres side.
Guess I'm signing up for Peacock again.
So, Jake will be talking Padres baseball, which makes it a little bit more worth it. And we like Jason Benetti a bunch too.
He's great.
I'm actually all right with the plan for Sunday.
He's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, take a final timeout. We'll come back, wrap things up, get you to 10 o'clock, spin some topic wheel, have some fun as we head into our weekend here with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Oh, Paulie, can you come back? I need to give away some Padres tickets, too. Because if I waited, we wouldn't have another break for you to take the phone call. So before we do anything else, Padres A's tickets for the May 22nd game. Next homestand, the A's visiting, and we've got tickets to see the game. If you be the fourth caller right now, 833. If you be the fourth caller at 833-288-0973. Rhymes. If you be 833-288-0973. Like a limerick.
So ready to get
You can win the tickets. Now,
really glad we stopped down for that.
Yes. Now we can go to break. Thank you, Paulie.
He did. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. One more reminder, we are going to be making an appearance tomorrow to watch some baseball up at Park 101 in the Carlsbad Village, right there on the 101, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Food, baseball, fun. We got skinny margaritas from Santo Tequila and our friend Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri, giving away a Mason Miller autographed baseball tickets to see our hometown baseball team tomorrow, Park 101 in the Carlsbad Village. And if you'll remember, a lot of the tier ones were out there for the playoffs last year as we watched
fun
playoff game. I believe that was the one they won.
That was the one they won.
So
I went back the next day to try to keep the good vibes going. I sat in the same seat. I ordered the same food, and we lost.
It's almost as though
it doesn't matter
where you watch the game doesn't really affect the outcome at all.
I just didn't want to be the reason. You know, like I had to be in the same seat. I had to have the same food because they did play well that game that we went to, or the one that we watched, and I didn't want to be the reason.
But not everybody who went was there.
You're
and
right.
So
You'd
obviously
have to have
that was the problem.
everybody.
You needed. If everybody had shown up the next day, Padres would have won that game, probably the World Series. So you know, all this
blame yourselves.
All this blaming of a lack of offense.
Be better, fans.
It's on fans who didn't absolutely duplicate where they watched the game the day before.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But no, excited to see you guys. Come on out and say hello.
Who won the Padres tickets for the A's game?
Alec.
Not Alex. Alec. I bet they get a lot of is that Alex? No, Alec when you're on the phone.
Are you out of material completely?
I get a lot of I say
Alec material.
Say, who's this? I say Ben. They go, Dan. They go, no.
Dan Stevens.
Dan Stevens.
Wasn't that your fake name?
That was my fake name.
How many that happens to you?
Happens to me all the time.
Dan.
And all I can think is nobody enunciates more than I do.
That's
Yet
true.
I still can't get them to hear Ben.
Ben.
They hear Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Ben.
Yeah.
So I sometimes now just have to say Ben as in Benjamin.
You say that?
Yes. So they
Why
know
don't you
it's
say
not
Benjamin?
Dan as in Daniel. I could, but then they think I'm
Sorry,
Benjamin.
are you saying Danjamin?
And then they just call me.
Okay, so Danjamin Higgins. All
No,
right.
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
I'm getting a Danjamin.
Danjamin is what I'm hearing. Ben is in bend over, right?
Yeah. That's
B is in.
B as in.
Well, I can't remember what it was.
what was B?
A as in.
I didn't know people called you Dan.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
I had no idea.
Dan. Ben. B as in butt cheeks.
Yeah, it's B as in butt
B
cheeks.
is in butt cheeks.
E as in. E as in. Everybody loves a wiener.
Yep.
N as in. N as in. Nudie magazines.
Yeah.
Butt
Nailed
cheeks. Everybody loves a wiener. And nudie magazine.
Yes. What did you say earlier about your Instagram feed?
Just loaded with
Peppered.
clean. You know that I will.
No,
That's the wrong one.
My Instagram feed was peppered this weekend with young women.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call porn. You took out a word.
Completely undoctored.
You took out a word there.
Oh, it's good.
Loaded with what I like to call cleaning porn. It's not that much better, but
Way funny.
I don't like when people say porn and they use things that aren't porn in it.
Really?
I hate when people say, ooh, food porn. I'm like, no.
I mean, it's stuff designed to titillate the senses.
Fine, but find another name for it.
Porn.
How about with an
You just
echo?
don't like it when I say it.
This is radio porn, somebody said. It's called good radio.
Why don't we check traffic and we can have more fun with audio? Maybe spin the topic wheel in the last few minutes of the program next year.
Challenge
on
me.
97.3 The Fan.
It's Dan and Woods.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com.
On the South 5 connector to the 15, we've got a wreck blocking up the right lane. North 5 looks good, though, through National City and getting into the downtown area. No big delays on the 805 or the 8.
Traffic brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Save on fresh quality ingredients when you shop at Vons or Albertsons. This week, bone-in pork shoulder butt roast or value packs of fresh split chicken breasts bone-in for $169 per pound with membership where applicable. Shop in store or online today at Vons or Albertsons.com.
So would that be considered food porn? Did you hear all the things he said?
Wait, because he said bone
in, breast, butt pork,
succulent
pork. The whole commercial was like, do you like butt cheek porn, meat, bone in, juicy, succulent pork butt, meat breasts.
Yeah, no, I'll pull it up here.
That was fun. It was, the timing of that was spectacular.
Oh.
Hey. How about some shoulder butt?
Save on fresh quality ingredients when you shop at Vons or Albertsons. This week, bone-in pork shoulder butt roast or value packs of fresh split chicken breasts bone-in for $169 per pound with membership where applicable. Shop in store or online today at Vons or Albertsons.com.
You know,
That's the horniest ad I've ever heard.
Bone-in shoulder butt.
The meat is more flavorful when you leave the bone in.
Allegedly, that's what they say.
Yeah. That's why they have the bone in butt roast. My Instagram feed is now loaded with what I like to call porn.
That is unbelievable. Yes. Yeah, just 69 cents per pound. So good. Gotta give credit to grad P2 Marshall, 69 cents a pound for this butt bone-in roast pork shoulder breast. It's fantastic.
Save on fresh quality ingredients when you shop at Vons or Albertsons. This week, bone-in pork shoulder butt roast or value packs of fresh split chicken.
Butt roast.
I've never heard of a
Don't
butt
they call
roast.
it rump roast?
Rump roast.
I've heard of pork butt.
I've heard of pork butt. That's true.
And
But,
okay,
but,
butt roast.
but I've never heard of butt roast.
I myself like testicle waffles. That's what I like to eat. Holy crap, dude! That cannot. The timing of that was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. Oh yeah, butt. Somebody said butt is shoulder.
It is. Pork shoulder is the same
Let's
as
just
pork
call it
butt.
pork shoulder.
Don't know why. That's how the meat people do it.
Man,
Pork butt.
That is just spectacular, guys.
all-timer.
That's all time. That's best of right there, Paulie. Write that down. Put that in there. Right? That's best of. What are you staring at me for?
Nothing. I was just thinking
What
of
were you
my,
thinking
my
about?
grandmother.
Weird.
When you would say, like when you ask her what, when like you'd replay, when you couldn't hear something, you go, what?
What?
You go, that's what, chicken butt, fried in grease, you ate a piece.
That's what she'd say?
That's what she'd say.
If she said something, you said what?
That's what, chicken butt, fried in grease, you ate a piece. I think it was something they must have done in like the 30s.
Maybe. Was it she was mad that you didn't hear
I think
her?
it was just it just amused her when she said that.
My grandparents
She laughed every time.
If you would burp, my grandfather would always say, "Did you get any on you?" So you'd be like, "Oh, did you get any on you?" Always got me.
No.
So I say it to my kids, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. So, holy cow, that was great.
The horny Vaughn's
It was
ad.
very, very erotic. Erotic grocery store ads are fantastic.
I need more, actually.
I
now.
really do.
Yeah.
I will be listening for them. Shall we spin the topic wheel
Yes.
to wrap things up here on a Friday?
Oh, it was good.
All right. Topic wheel says. Now, we often ask or say, what's the worst part of getting older? But what is the best part of getting older?
Ooh.
Having more money.
Discounts, yeah. Senior citizen discounts, those are nice.
It's just
I mean, having more money. You just you stay at the same job. You should hopefully make more
some more
money.
money.
But like
That's nice.
in general, like you're gonna make more at age 40 than you made at age 22.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like you have more responsibilities, but
For me, it's wisdom and every year getting better at,
Remember when you were a kid and you hated bedtime so much?
God, I love bedtime.
And now it's just the best thing in the world.
It is.
You just love it. It's
It
like
is
I get
just
to lay down in this bed. It is so nice.
It's the best.
And you used to hate it
Naps,
when you were
oh,
a kid.
God.
And you think, why did I hate going to bed so much when I was a kid? When now it is just the best thing.
It's the best part of the day. It's like, all right, love you guys too. I'll see you tomorrow. And you cry every night. I hit my wife both on.
I did, yeah.
Like every single
You do
night.
appreciate things when you get older.
Yeah.
Quite a bit more.
Oh, yeah,
Small
man.
things.
Small things become big.
They really do.
Little moments and things that you've let pass by when you were 18, 19, 20. And
I don't know if that's part of the wisdom or if it's something biological, but yeah, tiny things that you would just have completely ignored as a kid become things you savor and enjoy so much more.
Dominic says is a good one. He says the best part of getting older is apathy. Yes, I find myself more apathetic to things,
but not in a bad way. I still care about other people, but I care less about what you think of me.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
It's like prioritizing,
Yes.
what are you going to let really impact you in your life? And what are you able to just kind of brush off?
Correct.
Because those things absolutely change over time.
Yeah.
And part of that is just time. I mean, when you're 20, you've got decisions that are going to impact your next, 40, 50 years.
Right.
When you're 50, you go,
like,
I've made most of those decisions already. I'm already on this train. So
Here
we
we
are
go.
just riding it the rest of the way at this point.
That's right.
I'm not pondering major career changes or, huge life decisions as much.
Good deep question here. Satan's Blowfish says, why do people seem to become more judgmental as they age if they also don't care? That is an excellent point.
I haven't.
More opinionated, maybe.
I think
maybe not judgmental, but more opinionated on things.
I think some people with the wisdom that comes with age get frustrated that other people can't see
Can't,
the wisdom that they have already gained and wish they could get it a little bit faster. But, I like to keep a good perspective in terms of you're just going through what we all went through.
That's right.
You'll figure it out like we did at some point, hopefully. But it is, the old people who are just angry and
judgmental,
mad at the younger people. I don't want to be like that.
No,
Hopefully
they had
I
it
don't
so
get like
easy.
that.
They had it so much easier. Right,
I feel myself getting more grumpy and grouchy as I get older.
100%.
It sucks.
I don't. I'm not grumpy or grouchy.
No, that's true. You should be more grumpy.
You should be.
I know. Sorry.
What is a movie everyone loves but you do not?
Oh, God, the list is long, I think.
Nacho Libre for me.
It's a damn good example, Paulie. I didn't like it either.
Does everyone like Nacho Libre?
Everybody I know.
Yeah. Colt's favorite.
Loves it.
That's a good one.
I never got it. And I like Jack Black fine.
I love Jack Black.
I didn't get it.
I mean, there's a...
I just basically go through the list of Adam Sandler filmography.
Very snobby.
I'm not that snobby. I just don't really like Adam Sandler movies very much, and everybody else loves them.
Well, there's a couple of turds. Right?
Well, I don't know. His humor generally just doesn't. I don't find it funny.
Avatar was one that it wasn't for me. I'm not into any of those types of movies, but it was like the biggest movie of all time when it came out, and I'm just like, eh.
Nerd alert.
That's how I felt. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, like Happy Gilmore's good. It's funny.
It was okay.
The Wedding Singer is funny.
Again, not
really.
Don't really like
funny people.
Like him that much.
Funny people.
That
so
one's a
good.
little bit different than
that
some of
one's
the other
much.
ones.
That's
for
not
sure.
his standard.
Yeah,
He's not Billy Madison.
No, again, just don't like those style of Adam Sandler movies.
Glenn says he hates Will Ferrell. I can see that.
Yeah,
man.
I can too.
I can see it. I can absolutely see it.
He has some sort of drollness though that I do like.
TOM says The Godfather. There's some parts that's about an hour too long.
They could really,
bro. You could trim that almost the entire wedding scene. I get that there's parts of the wedding scene at the beginning, but that's how that movie starts, and you're like, let's pick it up a little bit.
Have they? Is it weird?
Also, the Diane Keaton part.
Have they? They've never tried to remake The Godfather. Now, I don't want them to. I'm not like lobbying for it, but they've remade every other movie in the world. Is it because everyone is just like, you can't recreate The Godfather, so why even try?
Jake Gyllenhaal as Sonny Corleone.
Like, I'm sure The Godfather has inspired a ton of other movies, but like, isn't it weird that we remake every single movie?
Who would be The Godfather?
We'll probably get a third longest yard before we get a remake of The Godfather.
Yeah, it's tough to.
Who would be Marlon Brando today? Like, who's your Marlon Brando of current actors?
Those guys don't exist.
I know.
They're all 130-pound little crustache guys. They're like, that's the new movie star.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, that's it. Like that. We had Brando and Redford and Paul Newman, and they've got little 140-pound
Jelly Roll.
Yeah, Jelly Roll as the Godfather.
The Godfather.
I love it.
Good one, Elisa. Or I need money. All right, that's it for us.
Mercifully.
We will see you at Park 101, hopefully tomorrow at 4. If not, we will talk to you
Instagram feed, Benny.
Monday morning at 6 o'clock. Thank you very much, Paulie. Our executive producer, Paul Reindl. For Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Braden Frank coming up next year on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody.